Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's happening? What's shaking? What's doing? Welcome. My name's Dave McCrae, and I am joined today by two very special guests. Of course, right below me there is Lynne. Lynne, how are you? What's going on?
Oh, I'm great. I can't wait to see this movie for the 65th time.
The 65th time. Lynne, you were a little louder before. Let me see. Actually, let me turn up your microphones here. Maybe I can affect it on this end a little bit. 1 second here. Hang on a sec. Let me do that. I went down there. Oh, hang on. That's not doing what I want it to do. 1 second here. Just gonna fix the microphone situation. 1 second here. I wonder why that's... Oh, I know why that's doing that. Okay. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. Blah, check. Lynne and Bruce?
Check. Hello, everybody.
Yes, I think that's a lot better.
Great.
I think the chat room will agree. Bruce, how you doing?
Yeah, good. I'm great. Great to see everybody. Great to see so many people already on, like watching and stuff. And yeah, just doing great. Great to be here.
Awesome. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Lynne, we really appreciate you taking some time out of your busy schedule to join us and watch a movie you've seen 8,721 times.
Oh, you exaggerate, Dave.
Well, I mean...
I see new things every time I watch it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
I can see that. I can see that, and probably little things that you're reminded of as well.
Oh, absolutely. And also sometimes I look at other actors other than just myself.
Of course.
Yep.
Of course. Yeah. Because now there's
I do the same thing. Yeah, it's like, there's totally. Yeah, you catch stuff like on next run and all kinds of things.
And I like to tell everybody, look for the cat. Because the cat appears
Claude.
More than you think it does.
Ooh, Claude. The famous cat Claude. Interesting. I'm going to have to take a look now and see where Claude shows up. Obviously, folks, the Indiegogo campaign for It's Me Billy Chapter 2, there are 7 days left, and as of 4 p.m. Eastern Time this afternoon, that will change over to 6 days. So there's still 6 days left in the campaign. We're doing very well until In Demand kicks in. But we would love to hit that stretch goal. We have a stretch goal, which is on the campaign. We're doing very well. Let's just check in actually and see where we are right now. The campaign is currently sitting at 124,020 Canadian Billy Bucks and 1,025 backers, 103%. But, hey, is it possible we could hit 125 today? I think that's possible.
I think that's possible.
I think it's 100% possible we could hit that today. And so, the link to the campaign is at the top of the chat. Maybe we can even get this thing to 130 in the next 6 days. That'd be fantastic. If we could get to 130K within the next 6 days, that would be amazing. So again, anything is greatly appreciated, folks. Remember, if you've already contributed to the campaign and you're like, well, I don't really want 38 Blu-rays, 10 T-shirts, and 5 hoodies, you can scroll to the end of the perks and you can just donate as well. You don't have to pick up another Blu-ray, another hoodie, another T-shirt, another autograph. You can just scroll to the end and it says make a contribution, and those are not associated with perks. So whether it's $10, $20, $50, $1, whatever it is, every little bit helps and goes towards the campaign. So you can do that too. But let's see if we can get that up. I would love to be maybe close to 125K today, if not over. I don't want to get my hopes up though, but I think we can get there. So that is pinned to the top of the chat. Let's get this going. So Lynn, Bruce, we're going to be watching, and everybody's joining us from around the world. We're going to be watching the original Black Christmas from 1974, and then at around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Victoria Mero, the lovely Victoria Mero, will pop on and watch It's Me, Billy Chapter 1 with myself and Bruce. So you're getting sort of the best of both worlds here, and I think it should be a lot of fun. So that's happening. Victoria will be joining us a bit later. So Bruce, Lynn, everybody, are you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yep.
All right.
Excited.
Okay, 1 second here. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Here comes the countdown. Is Sean ready?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
We're all
Okay.
set.
In 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Film funding in association with Vision 4 presents. There's the house. Love the way the title just comes up immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there it is, 1974.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still remember when we went with It's Me, Billy 1, we tried to do a location scout and check it out. So we got to see the house in person and kind of where it's at. But
Yeah,
it was
it's-
cool.
Yeah, it's in a very affluent neighborhood in Toronto near Casa Loma. And originally, we wanted to have the opening of It's Me, Billy Chapter 1 actually take place at this house. We had written sort of this kind of thing around it. And so we went down there to actually speak to the people, but we hit the intercom and this is literally how it went. Yes. Yes, my name's Dave McRae, blah, 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 and I go through my spiel, and then all we heard was, not interested.
Yeah.
We didn't even get to the door. We didn't even get a chance to sell the idea, but so unfortunate, but hey, I understand.
And not even like a quick shot of just the out perimeter of the house?
No. Well,
No.
no, because we
I might have taken a couple of pictures. But
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
But you wanted to get
Wanted
inside.
to get
Yeah,
inside,
yeah.
yeah.
Maybe they would let me if you took me along next
Well,
time.
you know what? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drag you, kicking and screaming, handcuffed as if we've kidnapped you.
With a plastic bag over my head. I know. I
Yes,
know.
exactly. You know how it works.
Yeah, they'll let us in then.
There you go.
Yep.
We'll guilt trip them.
Yeah.
This is Bert Dunked here, I believe, right? Who's the
Oh
camera
yeah,
operator?
this is all
Yeah.
the incredible Bob Clark and Bert Dunk had rigged up this what was laughingly called a Steadicam, which didn't really exist back then. It
Right.
was literally a quite heavy camera strapped to Bert's chest as he approached the house, and then you'll see him start climbing.
Yeah.
So yes, he was very agile with our DIY Steadicam.
I bet. I love the, I forgot to mention. By the way, folks, we are watching this off of YouTube. So if you just YouTube Black Christmas, actually, let me just get the link. I'll put the link into the chat. This is where we're watching. It's for free. You can watch along with us. There's a link in the chat room now. And by the way, feel free to send in the super chats, but we'll get to them. I'll try to answer some throughout the show as well as maybe afterwards. Cody Snyder sends in $5. Thanks, Cody. Says, Lynn, you're looking like a rock star.
Thank you. I got my jingle bells on
There you go.
I love those.
and my T-shirt.
I know
I
you,
love the shirt.
you're dressed for the occasion.
I am. I even have a fancy, whatever Christmas thingy in my hair.
I think it's great.
Love it. Love it.
Or the time code for those of you that want to watch long via the link I just put in the chat is 3 minutes 20 seconds, 3 minutes 21, 22, 23. That's where we are. We're inside the house now. Everybody's just shooting the shit, and there's Andrea
This is
Martin.
our Christmas party. Yeah. This is what it was like shooting all the time, though. Just fun.
Right.
Nice.
There's the sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got that sweater as one of the perks in the campaign.
We
So
do.
if folks are interested in getting their size, they can.
Yes, I know that the vast majority of my viewers are male, but men, boys, fellas, the woman we partnered with, Amalia Poltergeist and Paramours, makes the sweater unisex. So don't feel that you're gonna guys can buy it too. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
So
And
it is
and
available.
this gesture for guys, come on.
Yeah.
You know we love that gesture, guys.
There you go. There you go. Do you
They
remember
even laughed on the video. It was funny.
do you remember the story behind that sweater? Was that just part of wardrobe? Was that
Yeah, it's so bizarre because maybe Olivia will be able to answer that for us at some point,
yeah,
because it seems like an odd and unusual choice.
I agree.
Hmm. Yeah, I wonder if it was one of those, they just came across it, wardrobe came across it, thought, oh, okay, this looks fun. Like, let's just grab it,
Yeah.
because sometimes that kind of thing happens. You don't even realize like how it gets, baked in as such a popular thing.
That's
And
it.
also, I think they were really aware of what images might become iconic.
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say, with all of these point of view shots in the movie of Billy, like when it's from his point of view, if for those that are watching, if you notice, it's got that kind of warped, distorted view to it. When we were shooting It's Me, Billy, we wanted to kind of step that up a bit and seem like there's some progression with Billy, and as though, his eye is clouded and whatever, on one side. So we, and there's Lynn
Okay.
now. Yeah.
There's the screen kiss that I forgot.
Mm.
Art, I'm so sorry that you were my first screen kiss and that I forgot about it. It was memorable. But I was a bit scared of the coat. Felt like I was kissing a bear.
Well, Art
Right.
still has that coat.
Yeah, so he says.
He does.
He's
Apparently,
never going to sell it.
No, he's not. I saw him do some interview this past Christmas or something, and he had it on.
Oh, really?
Gosh.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
well.
It still fits. He loves that thing. He loves that thing. There you are in the background.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't ski.
Oh, is that where you were going?
Whoa. What a brush off.
Yeah, really. Yeah, you didn't really care.
Yeah. No. I was ready to check my dry cleaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here it comes. It's him again, the moaner.
And here we come to
Yes.
all be shocked at what really is being said on that phone call.
Yeah, because I imagined you weren't hearing what actually was dubbed in later.
No. And I was quite shocked.
Yeah, I bet. Well, especially at that time, in the 70s. I mean, that was quite like now, I guess, we're so desensitized, but
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I thought he was saying I stole your underpants.
right.
Something really, lame and sweet.
Right. Right, exactly.
What we were all doing back then.
There you go.
Right.
We mirrored a shot like this for chapter 1
Mhm.
with our 3 leads. Sort of just panning across the faces of the would-be victims. Do you remember? I mean, obviously there's Andrea Martin, there's Margot
Yes.
Kidder, but some of the other actors here,
Yes.
do you remember what happened to them?
The blonde is named Rosemary. I know that, and still around. Some of these other ladies, I don't know. See, that I'd never even heard that word before. See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Claire.
Yeah.
I think a bigger reaction, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, you're the Laurie Strode, I think, of the opening
Yes,
here.
exactly.
Virginal, sweet, innocent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet it's a reversal because usually those are the ones that become the final girls. And you are
Yeah.
the one to go first.
Yeah. I I always like to go first. I don't know I mean, because I was called the first victim
Right.
of this genre.
Mm.
Yeah, you can tell that Claire and Barb don't get along.
Yeah.
Oh, good line.
Yeah. It's almost like just Margot Kidder, kind of like herself.
Yeah.
And obviously this is before Superman, so.
Yes, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
You see, Jess understood you, Lynn.
I was just going to
Mhm.
say that is absolutely lovely that she did.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she got
Oh,
it.
and here comes the comic relief.
Now,
Yeah.
I read that Bob Clark wanted Betty Davis for this role.
Oh my God. It's like you landing, that would be like you landing Olivia Hussey for It's Me Billy. If Bob Clark could have landed Betty Davis.
Imagine that happening.
Yeah, how can
Yeah.
you even make that comparison? It's impossible.
But it's funny because I love this scene with you. I really do. But yeah, I read that and I thought, I could totally see Betty Davis doing that. I mean,
Look
I
at that.
couldn't see her, but
There's the diva cat Claude
yes.
making his first appearance. But keep your eyes peeled.
I love the lighting in this scene too,
Yeah.
and of course,
I love the suspense of it.
yes,
Like when you're at the bed, little bit
yeah,
like in a few moments, and then
And if
looking
if
back.
you're listening closely, there is no like scary or suspenseful music behind.
right,
It's
No.
quiet,
yeah, that's
which
right,
is an interesting choice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes that works. We did that with the death of Justine in It's Me, Billy, Chapter 1, where we just slowly pushed in on her when she was asleep, no music or anything, and then of course, we hit them with
But yeah, with the
stinger
scary
afterwards. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I love this because it's just so, there's something eerie and just like, Claude, who is that? It's just eerie. And then you cut back and forth to you approaching the POV, and then it's just eerie, the lighting, the film stock. I just noticed that stuffed
that's
animal
a
on your
good-
bed.
Yeah.
It's the first
See,
time I've
there's always
noticed that.
something
But
new.
I
Look at
love
that.
the shot too through
Yeah.
the plastic.
Yes.
Was really artistic and
I agree.
fabulous.
Mhm.
I agree.
Yeah, and it sets it up too.
Yeah. And oh man.
Away you go.
And this is why no one heard me choking and screaming, because they were all having fun downstairs giving
Right.
That's
Mrs.
it.
Mack her naughty nighty.
That's right. Nobody knows what happened. And that's it. That's the last time they see you. These outfits.
And here we go.
There you go.
Mhm.
I've been
There's your
carried
dead
by
body.
some famous people in film.
Now, was
But-
that actually you for that silhouette shot? Were you actually being
I think I was actually, yeah.
carried? Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a big budget film.
No. I just,
I didn't have a stand-in.
Right, right.
I mean, I don't think I did anyway. And I was very game to do anything and everything asked of me.
right. Just a reminder, folks, again, the campaign is still live with 7 days to go. The link is at the top of the chat. For anybody who has yet to donate, who has yet to pick up your Blu-ray or your Blu-rays, Chapter 1 is also available on the campaign. Any perk you pick up will get your name into the end credits.
Ooh, cool. Oh, and I have a Blu-ray to donate because I can't use my Blu-ray. I think I told you that, Dave. So there'll be an extra Blu-ray that actually came from a fan in England, of all places.
Oh, this is a Black Christmas
Yeah.
Blu-ray?
Oh, great. Wow.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
There's that sweater again.
Mm-hmm.
You may or may not see it again.
He's back. Now, wait a minute. This may be where we see
Claude?
Claude again. Because I know it's on a phone call.
He likes to make cameos.
He just kind of walks through and you're like, Claude, why aren't you telling people what happened upstairs? Like
Yeah,
a
really.
attack cat or something.
Mm-hmm.
Warning. Warning.
That's right.
You could have ended this film right here.
He could have. Yeah, Claude, yeah, he could have. He could have warned everybody.
He could have, but yeah, I told you.
Now this is she's talking to Peter here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Be very careful not to give away any spoilers if this is the first time anybody is seeing this film.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Well, it's also 50 years old. So what the hell? if you haven't seen it yet, you're in no rush. What do you do?
What if you were born like in I don't know 1990?
That's true. Fair point. Fair point.
Mm-hmm.
Fair point.
You never know.
All right. It's true. You never know.
I was at a concert last night where someone didn't know who Leonard Cohen was.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That dated me.
Yeah.
Wow. I love how she's just got bottles stashed everywhere.
Yes.
She's just
and on a string, no less.
And in the toilet.
So that she doesn't have to actually put her hand in the toilet water.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's still gross.
It's still gross because although her hand is now touching the bottle that was in the toilet water,
which is touching everything else.
which kind of you might as well just pick it up.
Sanitized by the alcohol.
Right.
I think it's very ingenious.
It
as is the cutout book with it inside.
That
Yes.
I like. I like that.
Yeah.
See, if you had just gone in there, maybe. Oh, Jess.
But you see, Claire. Oh, hi there.
No.
Famous shot.
You're already in the attic.
Yeah. You can have this. You can have this autographed photograph of me.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. This, if you want,
it's a perk.
It is. There's two perks on the campaign of this image. If you want, or of a variation of that image, I don't know if it's exactly that shot, but of you in the bag,
yeah,
it's pretty close.
they are available on the campaign. So, and I think
and I autographed them.
Right, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, she writes
with some very witty thing attached
there you
to
go.
the autograph.
That's right. Yeah, very witty.
Hopefully.
Yes. You're very witty. Yes.
There you go.
You go. It's very dramatic.
Yes. So
nicely done.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So yeah, if you haven't picked that up and you want that, feel free to pick it up on the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting, isn't it? There's my father obviously waiting for me, but
Yes.
It was interesting in the last scene that I guess Claire had that kind of personality that like sort of froze people out, which is why Jess wouldn't actually open the door.
Right.
But she gave off that air of I'm a very private person.
Right.
Yep.
Which was her demise.
Well, and it
was very
It was, and
shy.
And what's so great, two things actually for those our American friends. This is actually the University of Toronto here. This, of course, it's not supposed to be the University of Toronto necessarily in the movie. It's supposed to be somewhere in the States, but that's where this was shot. And you can still go, you can still walk over to this part of the campus today, and it looks identical. It looks identical.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was the other thing I was going to say?
And just remind me, what time of year was this shot again?
It was probably early November. The night the scene with John Saxon, when John Saxon arrived, we'd had a big snowfall But previous to this, you can see there isn't any snow, and we were sort of shooting it in sequence.
Right, right.
So it was probably late November before, or mid-November before it always snows in Toronto.
Right.
And someone came to me just 2 weeks ago. They had bought this poster.
Oh, that's great.
No way.
And we took photographs of me, doing the finger
Right.
with that
that's what that
poster. I was
was.
and I signed it for him. It was so cool.
Awesome.
That's great.
It's a great poster.
Oh yeah.
You know
I'd never seen, nobody had ever brought it to me to sign before.
So funny.
It was very cool.
And that would have been a big deal too, even then.
Yeah, for sure.
Even that other image in the background.
And that one.
Yes. Yeah. That's As if that helps.
Yeah.
Bobby's brother sends in a €5. Thanks, Bobby. It says,
euros.
I'm
Cool.
looking forward to my tree ornament and snow globe. Thank you, Lynn, for doing this and for being there. You're glowing.
And look there we go.
There it is.
I even have them right here standing by. 2 different images.
Amazing.
Autographed by me. They will fly to you. In a matter of time, they will be yours.
Amazing.
Amazing.
What's so great about this character too, and of course how we brought Lynn back. Obviously, Lynn plays Claire's sister Nancy in It's Me Billy Chapter 2, and it was perfect because obviously we can't give the details as to sort of the scenario, but it was the perfect way to bring you back because it's properly motivated. It makes sense that you would be hanging on to what you're hanging on to. And because Claire was so private, we didn't know. I mean, we know about her. We know she has a father, but there's no mention of a sister. But there's no mention that she was an only child either. So,
or particularly
Totally
other than her father, any family members,
Right.
or where was she going?
that's right.
Where was this trip that she was going on?
That's right.
Was she going by herself, or was she? I doubt she was going with her father. I kind of feel
Right.
she might have been going to visit siblings. Who knows?
Yeah. I always got the impression her father was just, picking her up.
Yeah, he was just picking her up.
Yeah. She might have been
I thought
going
it
with her
was
sister.
like,
Who knows?
Yeah, I'd always thought maybe she was going home for the holidays kind of thing.
Exactly.
Maybe,
Yeah.
in between semesters or something like that.
Right. That's it.
Oh, where's Claude when you need him?
Claude.
Claude? Amadusia sends in $5 and says, Lynn, it is an honor to have you in this next film. Thank you so much for your contributions to the horror genre.
Mhm.
Oh, and bless you. Thank you so much. See, again, Claude, you could have helped me out here.
Yeah, it's true.
No.
Take a few lessons from Garfield.
That's right.
It is interesting. Let's just go back to those 2 posters in Claire's room.
Mhm.
So she wasn't exactly the absolute perpetual virgin. She was a closet something.
I was just going to
To
say,
have, I mean, those are pretty racy posters for Claire.
that's true.
Yep.
I never thought of that.
And in that time too.
Yes.
In that time too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. First of all, this is rude.
Yeah.
And, defacing the peace sign is very bad.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah.
Unless Claire did she have a roommate? Or was that her own? No, I guess there was one bed in there. So.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
they all had their own, in the sorority house, I think they all had their own rooms.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it was a big house. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, of course, this is a very important scene because this is where Jess admits that she's pregnant.
Yeah.
This was the fundamental foundation that drove, that essentially was the catalyst to crack the code for Bruce and I on how to continue the story.
Mhm.
And in 1974, to bring up a young woman to bring up abortion in a film, I don't even know whether it might have been the very first time that actually that concept spoken by a young woman in a film was presented, because nowadays a lot of young women who see the film say to me how how empowering this film was, and particularly Jess's character,
Right.
that she was that forward thinking
Right.
in 1974, or it's
Right.
Yeah, it would have been a big
abortion
deal.
was not a common thing back then.
Right.
It wasn't. No, you're absolutely right.
Not even to discuss it, let alone say you were going to do it.
That's it. That's it. No, it's such a great scene because it really begins to show sort of the dynamic between Jess and Peter. Now, obviously, Peter, the great Coeur d'Alene from 2001: A Space Odyssey, and many others. So, I mean, it was a stacked cast when you think about it. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
also, just the mere fact that this scene obviously reveals that Peter and Jess are sexually active.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
That was big in 74 too.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
That
right.
nobody really talked about that, or certainly if you were in a sorority, you were supposed to be a good girl.
That's it. That's it.
Right.
And although it wasn't unprecedented,
I'll vouch for that.
Yeah, it probably wasn't near. I mean, I wasn't born until 79, but it probably wasn't nearly as common for a woman to. She's the one that wants the abortion and the man's the one that wants to keep it. I feel that at that
that's
time
unusual.
there might have been a bit of a role reversal because of the sort of maternal instincts of the woman, but nonetheless fascinating. And that was this is a great call too. This is great.
Yes, didn't he?
He did, yes, exactly.
Also, it does obviously point out that he's heard something about her pregnancy.
That's right.
How? I'm not entirely sure, but that the fact that he mentions there's a baby.
That's right. Well, I think too. I actually think the baby was Agnes. I think that's what he's talking about. He's talking about where's the baby, Billy? Where's the baby? Where's Agnes? And anyways, we can't divulge. There's so much.
It's
So
good
much
for the audience in this.
Probably is my favorite scene.
Oh yeah, the fellatio scene.
Dave,
No, I just meant isn't this the scene where she says that?
I'm glad you clarified that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that might have been.
Sorry, I meant
interpreted a bit
People would be
differently.
sitting on the edges of their seats waiting
I don't remember
for
that
it.
I
part.
meant the
Movie?
scene. It's a very common.
I don't remember that part.
Okay, if you know the movie, then you know what I'm. Okay, yeah, fair enough. It's where Margot Kidder spells out fellatio to the cop. The cop doesn't know what she's totally making fun of the cop. The fact that he doesn't understand what she means. It's a known funny scene in the movie, so that's why I said it like that. But yes, you're right. For the sake of clarity, I am talking about when Margot Kidder spells it to the cop. Not anything crazy going on, folks. Get your mind out of the gutter, ladies and gentlemen.
But who knows what ended up on the cutting room floor?
That's it. That's it.
Interesting.
Ooh. Ouch.
But no, I believe, yeah. And obviously we can't get into too many details, but, Bruce and I, we paid serious attention to what was being said on the phone, the relationship between Billy and the supposed Agnes, and how that all plays into the future of sort of the entire arc of our story. So it was very exciting to tackle that. Here it is. Yeah.
This is some good writing.
Yeah. That's Bob.
Bob. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be. He
Brilliant.
He seemed like he had a cheeky sense of humor.
Oh my God, he certainly did. I mean, we never forget that he also made A Christmas Story.
That's right.
My other favorite Christmas movie.
That's right.
That shows his whimsical side
That's
as
it.
well.
By the way, I've just noticed the campaign has gone up, which is fantastic. We're now sitting at 124,550. So big shout outs to, we've got, let me see here, big shout out to Josh Lott, who picked up a couple of Blu-rays. Thank you, Josh. William McLeod donated $50. Thank you, William. Karen O'Reilly picked up the Claire signed photo number 1. Amazing. Tom Wickersham picked up the Claire signed photo number 2. Amazing.
Nice.
Josh Lott donated $60. Thank you, Josh. And Mike Lawrence donated $10. Thank you, Mike. Amazing. Let's see if we can get this to 125, folks. That would be awesome. But great contributions today. Thank you so much. Again, the campaign is open for another 6 days. So let's see if we can get as close to our stretch goal as we can.
And just to let you know, it isn't a Canadian film if it doesn't have a scene about hockey in it.
That's true.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Check out
We're
Strange
crafting
Brew.
that.
Strange Brew also has hockey.
That's true.
Yep.
Strange Brew is
hilarious.
uber Canadian. Uber stereotypically Canadian.
Yeah.
It's a oot and a boot Canadian. So this is Peter, like this is Peter, obviously he's under a lot of stress, and he's not handling this stress very well. Obviously the issue with Jess is seeping into his subconscious and all the other issues he has.
And it's also making him suspect in a way that he might be a bit unhinged.
That's it. As Victoria says in It's Me, Billy, Chapter 1, my grandma said that Peter was what did she say? A selfish... I can't remember the lines now. I'll have to ask Victoria when she pops up.
Yeah.
A selfish, egotistical snob or something like that, but not a killer.
Yeah.
Ooh, what does that mean? Now, this is the mother of the girl that was killed in the park.
Yeah. And I wish I could remember her last name. Her first name was Martha. It'll come to me. I thought her performance in this was just stupendous, lovely, so real, authentic. Excuse me, but why is there an American flag on the desk was what I always asked.
I know. But today it would be a Canadian flag, but back then
I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, that's true. That is a fair point.
Yeah.
That is a fair point. It all depends on that. That is true. That is a fair point.
But it's so funny that it's so featured.
Yes. Yeah, because they wanted the American distribution.
And just so you know, I believe the release in America was called Silent Night.
Evil Night.
Yeah.
Evil Night.
Yeah.
Not Black Christmas.
That's right.
That's right.
If you're looking for it.
Yeah.
And I have posters of that too.
But
of the American version.
I actually think though, even now, if you were to purchase it or are looking for it in the States, I believe it is under Black Christmas now.
Oh, really?
it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's probably because of the 2 remakes, right?
I think it was before that too, but I think it was only in the 70s that Warner Brothers did that, because it was also in the late 70s when it was going to make its network TV premiere in about 78 or 79, and they changed the name again to Stranger in the House. And
that's right.
And then it didn't air because they were about to air it around the same time that Ted Bundy was caught. And Ted Bundy, of course, is famous for murdering and killing sorority girls. So Black Christmas has had sort of a difficult time gaining steam in the States. It was just a string of shitty luck, I should say. But it's since now, of course, embedded itself as a cult classic.
And here's another favorite Margot moment for me. I'm not entirely sure whether this was as written or whether Margot did a bit of embellishment on this scene.
Okay.
Because it was so funny. And because it goes on and you're like, Barb, like,
somebody cut it.
Look at my father's face, poor dear.
And of course, Margot is no stranger to horror either, because she also was in the Amityville Horror in 1979, which was another
As well as that crazy movie called The Sisters,
Right.
or Sisters, which was kind
I
of
never saw
horrific
that.
too.
That's right.
Okay.
Power Packers 90 sends in $2. Thanks, buddy. Says, I was born in 1990 and already have seen this, so spoil away.
Yay! Thank you.
Great.
Tell all your friends.
That's it.
Even the ones that were born in 2000.
There you go.
They're now 23.
They are.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
can't think about that.
With Lynn, I wanted to ask you, with a lot of the lines in this movie, was Bob the kind of director that was very strict with the lines? Like, you know how some directors are like, we want you to stick to what's written on the page, or was there a lot of ad lib? And
I think there was a lot of sort of allowing of where things would evolve into, and improvisation in terms of manipulating lines and performing them in different ways. I don't think there was anything strict in terms of keeping exactly to the lines. And of course, Margot was one of the best improvisers that I ever knew, not to mention Andrea Martin too, although Andrea's playing a straighter character in this.
Right.
But, as we know, Andrea Martin from from her illustrious comedic career, and
she's fantastic.
is a very, very funny woman.
She is.
Yeah.
Who played the house mother in the 2006 remake. Yeah. Now, here's part of Peter's anger here. If he's angry, he feels he's failed his recital, and he just, basically.
Well, they did a good job. They did a good job at making you think that maybe he is the one on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
He is the moaner. Yeah.
And we sacrificed a piano.
There you go.
For reals.
Wow.
Yeah. There's no kind of fake things or in
You're
those
not playing
days.
that again.
Right.
No, we did all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oliver Mercer sends in £10. Oliver's from across the pond. Says, hey there, Lynn, do you have a scene that creeped you out regarding Black Christmas, looking at it throughout the years? Plus, how was Bob Clark as a director?
Bob was an absolute delight to work with. I called him Uncle Bob. I mean, when you're making a horror film, people think that it's going to be kind of intense and scary and weird, and you're not really going to have that good a time doing it.
Right.
But Bob made it fun the whole time. I mean, even with a plastic bag on my head, stuck in an attic, shooting that scene for, many, many days, it was still really fun because he was making jokes all the time. They always said they were going to just break for lunch and leave me there. And maybe, bring me something liquid with a straw to drink for lunch. So he was always cracking jokes.
That would have been great.
Very, very lighthearted. I mean, a real, I don't know, do you call people like that a mensch? I mean, he was like a big, big teddy bear.
Right.
With a great sense of humor and a great sense of the macabre as well.
Yes. And what scene creeped you out, or has?
Should I give it away? It hasn't come up yet.
Oh, okay. Then no. Wait till it pops up. Wait till it pops up.
I mean, you'll know.
Right.
You'll know because it's one of those moments that I always call it a little bit moment like in the movie Wait Until Dark. There's a moment where something happens very out of the blue and it scares the bejesus out of you, so it's a moment with Olivia, and you'll know what it is when it comes up.
Gotcha.
Unless you're.
I think I remember you telling me this a long time ago.
Every time I see the movie, that scares me. Not to mention just Billy's eye looking through the door.
So great.
Creeps me out.
So great.
Yeah.
This scene here was, I believe, the first scene that John Saxon shot. I think he got to the airport or something and was driven right over to this location.
Right to set. Put in a costume.
Yeah.
And he went, geez, it's cold here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
where was he flying in from? Was he based
Probably
in LA?
Probably LA, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't the first choice for that role. They wanted somebody else who was older and unfortunately was in the early stages of dementia and couldn't remember the lines and whatnot. So they had to make an unfortunate decision the last minute to bring somebody else in, and John Saxon was the guy that did it.
However, it turned out to be a very fortunate replacement.
Yeah,
'Cause
oh,
he
for
was
sure.
terrific.
He is.
And what a lovely guy.
Yeah.
And, right up until, his passing, he was doing conventions and Q&As, and he was really fun to sit beside and listen to him talk about his career.
I bet.
Cool.
And if memory serves, to get Claude to lick the bag, they sprayed it with catnip, right?
Yes, because after many attempts of Bob hurling Claude towards me, and Claude landing on my lap with claws extended and sort of sliding down my legs,
Right. Oof.
we decided Claude wasn't going to do that on his own accord. He needed a little, what do you call help?
Yeah.
Catnip.
Yes.
I could have used some catnip too.
After all of that, yeah.
Amazing.
The scars,
man.
are still visible.
We've just crossed 125,160 on the campaign.
Amazing.
We are now sitting at 104%. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Let's keep it going. Let's see who this was here. We've got Josh Lott donated $60. Mike Lawrence donated $10. Lee Bowers comes in with a mini bomb and donates $550. Absolutely incredible,
God.
Lee. Thank you so
Is
much.
he now a producer?
Well, not officially, but he might as well be. Lee has been an incredible support, not just to the campaign, but to the channel as well. And Lee, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Joshua as well. Josh is one of our producers who I think has bought, I don't know how many Blu-rays now. Is it like 30 or 40? And he says he's going to have some. He's a teacher, so he's going to give some to his students as well, and things like that. And so it's unbelievable. The support from the community has just been absolutely incredible. And Matthew Roberts picked up an It's Me Billy Chapter 2 Blu-ray. Incredible. So thank you to Matthew, Lee, Mike, and Josh. Really appreciate it. Incredible. Absolutely
Stay
incredible.
tuned for another really creepy moment coming up right now.
Ooh, okay, let's see.
Yes. There's that old statement.
I love that crash zoom on your face.
Yeah. But that old statement when, an actor is not doing well on stage and you say, get the hook.
Oh, yeah.
Mrs. Mack gets the hook.
Yeah,
Right.
This is it. Here it comes. Oh, that's so great.
The legs going up. I mean, come on.
And the shoes
How did
falling
they do
off.
that?
If that
You just
isn't a
have some people
sense
that-
of humor, as opposed to showing a lot of blood pouring out of her neck.
That's true.
Right.
I mean, that's why I love Bob Clark.
It's so great. And isn't this guy who's playing the taxi
Jerry
driver?
Arbeed. Yeah,
He's one of the. Yeah, that's right. He's one of the producers. Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry Arbeed. Hi, Jerry. His cameo.
Do you remember how they lifted Mrs. Mack up? Was it with a harness or something to lift her up through the attic hole?
I doubt it. It's probably just a couple of really strong guys.
Just lifting
Yeah,
her
I was
up.
just going to ask. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't. As I said,
Fair
we
enough.
didn't have
On
a lot
either
of,
side.
special effects. It was probably Bob and somebody else
Right.
just dragging her up.
Oh, Billy's freaking
And
out.
of course,
Now, this is a great moment because in this film, you're seeing the freak out in a very sort of, cluttered attic through Billy's POV. In It's Me Billy Chapter 1, Bruce and I wanted to have a moment with Billy like this to show that he's still that unhinged sort of individual. But for us, instead of repeating it through his POV, we decided to show it more from the audience's point of view, a little bit more objective, keeping Billy in shadow, and dimly lit. But you see him leap out of the rocking chair, kick over a box, and begin to freak out. Again, it's how do you develop a character who largely has to remain ambiguous for the effect to work? And Bruce and I thought that the best way to do that is to show Billy from just, maybe some perspectives you haven't seen him from before through the lens of the camera, but without showing you him. So.
great cut there. Great cut.
Agreed.
Lovely edit to have the scream
that
happen
man's
over
mustache.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a great cut.
And again, we don't see the body.
Nope. No, it's unnecessary.
Psychological horror,
Yeah.
not grisly.
That's it.
I find that much more frightening because your imagination fills in the picture.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. It was
And the brilliance of this actress, Martha.
Now, I just want to say this here. This shot here that you're about to see with Olivia, the shot that Bruce and I have of Victoria when she is on the phone, not the second time, but the first time when she's in the living room with her two friends on the couch. Our slow zoom in, was it a zoom or was it a push? No, it was a zoom. Our slow zoom in on Victoria takes the, in terms of time.
Would that be fair to say?
Well, yes, but in terms of time, it takes, I don't know how long, let's say a minute and 10 seconds or something. It's the exact same time as this push in here.
Brilliant.
Right.
Like in terms of actual time.
Like length of shot.
Length of shot is the exact same length of shot in It's Me, Billy on her granddaughter as it is on her grandmother here. And it's intentional. Those are the details that the average fan won't know. But when you find out, you're like, wow, these guys are serious. And it's like, deep cuts, because we wanted our film to feel like it lived and breathed in the same universe.
Yeah. And, details and echoes are in It's Me, Billy is what makes you guys really great.
Yeah. Appreciate that, Lynn. Thank you.
Yeah, no, really. I mean, those kind of details is what makes this, this, whatever we call it, if we call it a sequel or whatever we're calling it, it makes it really authentic, which is really lovely. I mean, I was very impressed with the first half of It's Me, Billy.
Thank you.
And we have a green phone, right?
Oh, we do.
Yep.
Yes, we do. Oh, yeah. Yep. We have a green phone, a black phone, and...
But a green rotary phone, believe me, probably isn't that easy to find.
No, but it's right.
Dave's got it like on hand. He's like...
Oh, is that what he calls me on?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
He doesn't use his cell phone.
Oh, good.
That's what I call
really
you
makes
on.
me feel a lot like calmer.
So there it is, Lynn. That's the one that we used in the movie.
Yeah.
That's the one we used in the movie. And the number that's on here is the same number that you hear the lineman in Black Christmas say to the operator. So this
a little bit later in the movie.
I'm talking about detail.
In the actual
deep cuts we wanted to do for fans.
That's right.
That was really important to us because that's, again, like you said, part of what helps make it so authentic.
Right.
Well, and also you can have a great sort of like a contest afterwards of how many things can you name that they have lifted very, very specifically from the original movie to It's Me, Billy.
That's it.
Yep.
And you can win, I don't know what, a picture of me again.
Well, it's cool because we the phone. That's right.
Don't forget the ornament.
Well, the campaign will go into demand, so you never know.
Yeah.
I might be making more.
That's exactly. The phone that I just showed there, this is the phone that's from the attic in It's Me, Billy. And this is supposed to be the same phone. Jess held on to it since 1974. And that's,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she held on to it. Yeah, she, because she became obsessed, and, well, for reasons that you'll find out, but.
Yeah. And this is just another scene that shows how lame the police department was. I also kind of think, because I went, nobody thought to look in the attic.
Yeah, that's you have to suspend your disbelief a little bit, I guess. Or maybe they didn't know there was an attic.
Maybe not. Or we never used it. It obviously was just for storage of old junk.
That's it. This is a great scene.
Yeah, it's fair. They may not have thought,
I love this scene between Peter and Jess because now that I think about what we've done and what we're doing, it's fun to look at this and know, because we know where it's going. The audience doesn't know yet because we haven't made the movie, but because Lynn, I mean, you know where it's going.
Yeah.
And it's just fun to watch this now and really feel that larger story.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. And, the extraordinary thing I'll say is that Olivia doesn't look much different today than she did then.
She looks great.
I mean, I have her, as a friend, and I go, she's extraordinary. And Victoria looks a lot like her too, which is great. Again, more authenticity.
Yeah. It was important.
Yeah, that was important to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna say the same thing.
Bruce.
Go ahead.
Wait. You got.
We're like one mind sometimes.
People on set were like, Bruce and Dave are like a married couple. That's. It's like,
Oh, get a room.
yeah. No, it was important to us to cast somebody who did have who was not only a great actress but also resembled a young Olivia Hussey as well. This is so great.
Yeah, you see, again, very forward-thinking young woman for that period.
Yes, for sure.
Peter, no.
Yeah, just continuing to solidify that sort of doubt. Michael Dammit sends in $5, says the actress Lynn was trying to remember was Martha Gibson.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael.
Martha Gibson. I know she was married to Louis Del Grande, and I was thinking, was her last name Del Grande? No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It was Gibson.
Cool.
Thank you. Lovely actress.
Marley Kiko sends in almost €12. Thank you. Says, hi, Lynn. I wanted the signed globe so badly, but it sold out really fast. My partner and I are really happy that you are part of this project. You are so talented. Kisses from France. And then I can't speak French,
beaucoup.
but yes, is
Merci
it
beaucoup.
Bonjour, ma belle, something, I think, beautiful? Am I right on that? I don't know. I'm Canadian, but, not great in French.
Michel Mabel.
Something like that.
They sold out? Well,
they did. They all, but listen, hey, after maybe this, you never know. There could be another chance. Marley,
Christmas is coming, kids.
Christmas is coming. You never know. You never know. Hold on, everybody, calm down. No,
calm down. And the other thing is, I really, really enjoy making them.
Yeah.
It's been so much fun for me. So,
they're really cool.
Don't worry. There'll be more.
There'll be more. Harry, my man Hagen, sends in $5, says, is Lynn aware of the theory that her face is on the Halloween poster? And what are her thoughts on the original Halloween from 1978? Thanks, Lynn, Dave, and Bruce. Listen, I don't want to take credit for that theory, but I did a video about 3 or 4 years ago where I brought that to people's attention in a video. I was being not silly. I wasn't actually trying to say that it was based on that. I was just like, oh, this is a funny sort of quip. And from that moment on, it seemed to catch on like wildfire. Everybody was talking about it. And it's like the artist of the original Halloween poster came forward and said, no, it's just a coincidence. You're seeing something like, but in the fist on the original Halloween poster, there's a fist with a knife, right, against the pumpkin. And in the knuckles of the hand, it almost looks like your face in the bag. From a certain point of view.
I think you talked about this.
I did.
This is a little bit like, what's really on the cover of the Sgt. Pepper's band.
Right.
I mean, why not? Why not like spread that? Because, maybe it was unconsciously in the artist's mind.
Who knows?
You never know.
You never know. Yeah. And what are your thoughts on the original Halloween? That's what...
Who, me?
Yes. Harry also asked that.
My friend was in it. My friend, Nancy Loomis, who is my dear friend to this very day.
Plays Annie, that's right.
Was Annie. And so Nan was the first person who told me, you should be doing these horror conventions. I love doing them, and she was the one that introduced me to that. But we've been friends since, it's got to be nearly 40 years we've been friends.
Amazing.
Wow. Cool.
And, and I watch her. And shout out to Jamie Lee Curtis, who won an Oscar this year and did a shout out to the horror community. Jamie, thank you so very much for that. It meant so much for those of us who toiled in the horror and still toil in the horror genre. That you actually went on to win an Oscar for a very wonderfully comedic performance too.
100%. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I loved her in that role.
But those are great films, and the fact that that John Carpenter was inspired by the original Black Christmas the fact that I ended up buying John Carpenter's house when I moved to Los Angeles and lived there.
Oh,
I
I didn't
mean,
know that.
yeah. I can give you the address, but that would make then people would be flocking to that house as well.
That's true.
Yes, because Nancy and Adrienne Barbeau were very close friends as well.
Yes.
And it wasn't until after Nancy found out that we'd bought that house that she said, "I've been here. This is John's house. This is John and
Amazing.
Adrienne's house." Yeah.
That's
So,
really cool.
I mean, these weird coincidences,
Yes.
you know. And it's interesting too because I was just working on this is probably, you know, going to ruin my NDA, but I was just working on some other projects that involves it, and I didn't realize until I watched the original It that it was written by Tommy Lee Wallace, who was Nancy Loomis's husband.
Yes,
who
the
also
miniseries.
worked on Halloween.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. He also played Michael Myers in a couple of scenes too.
Who?
Tommy Lee Wallace was Michael Myers.
No,
in a couple
Tommy
of
Lee
scenes.
Wallace is the writer and director.
I know that, but Tommy Lee.
But he was in. Okay.
Tommy Lee Wallace.
I didn't know that.
He was the production designer on the original Halloween with John Carpenter, and there's a couple of scenes where he actually is Michael Myers. Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to take
It's a small world.
Yeah.
See, this is why there's details in things that you just. That's why these films are worth rewatching.
It's true. It's true. The scenes have just gone by here was a great scene between Olivia and Peter, where Peter starts talking about, you know, it's not like having a wart removed and all that kind of stuff, which is such an important. I can't get into details, but it's important, and it continues to be important. Let's just say that. And but I love the back and forth because they really do make it seem like it's him. You know, and they did a great job with that. And then, of course, you know, John Saxon here, who's there's the lineman. Now that phone that he has in his hand is supposed to be this phone right here.
That one right
there.
Wow.
That's it. That's it.
And that actor's name, I do remember, is Les Carlson. And Les Carlson and I did a play together, an original Canadian play called Leaving Home by David French, where I got to, as a young woman, a pregnant young woman by another man, got to actually seduce Les by putting my hand on his knee. There's a very famous photograph of it. But another wonderful Canadian actor.
Amazing.
Cool.
Amazing. I love how John Saxon dismisses this. He's like, is there another line or something? And he's like, yeah, but it's the house mother's line and nobody uses it or whatever. Completely unaware that that's where Billy's calling from. That's how he's, you know, he's actually in the house, right? Such a great little sort
But
of.
that's like the great diversion, you see, because you're aiming our focus on Peter and taking it away from Billy.
Yeah.
It's really quite brilliant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's the police officer in the car.
Oops.
Yeah, and that whole property now is surrounded by that massive fence with spikes at the top.
Yeah.
So you can't even come close.
No.
No. Yeah.
Nothing says, go away.
Not interested.
That's it. And I love this shot where he's, what the hell is he doing creeping around the bush? What is going on? See, he left in anger, but he's still hanging around, right? So it's like, ooh, what's happening there, you know?
Yeah, and he's outside. Well, I mean, obviously he's obsessed with Jess and the baby and that situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is.
But who knows?
Andrea Martin, Phil here. She was crying for you. She's, oh, where's Claire? My God.
Yeah, she was lovely, lovely scene.
Yeah.
See, for, again, you know, primarily a comedic actress.
Yeah.
Gorgeous dramatic actress as well.
Mm-hmm.
She's great.
I've always heard that too about comedic actors because of their ability to convey character so well.
Yeah.
That for them, like they have this natural ability to transition into drama really well. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish she'd do more. I really do. I think she's terrific. And I wish, I mean, you know, because she does tend to get cast comedically as opposed to dramatically.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, she's just a superstar, Canadian superstar, as well as Margot was. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Really, yeah, as you said, heavy duty cast.
Yeah, a lot of Canadian. I mean, Art Hindle, yourself, Margot Kidder, Andrea Martin, all
Yeah,
Canadian.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Rappaport
That's
was
right.
the big guy who played
Right.
Santa,
Yep.
the nasty Santa. There's the phone.
Yep. And that number on it says five. What does it say now? I forget now. 559-6114. There you go. Super chat, a very generous super chat of $20 comes in from Calvonix. Calvonix Music.
Hey, Calvonix.
Says, just want to say hi and shout out to Lynn, who is an absolute legend. You saying, who is that? Still haunts me to this day whenever I'm alone in the house. Thanks for that. Much love to you, Dave, and Big Daddy Bruce. Thank you very much, buddy. Really appreciate that.
Love it. Thank you.
And then Neil Rook sends in £5 and says, one of the most iconic images in horror is Billy when he's stabbing Barb and you can see his eye. Does Lynn know who played Billy in that scene?
Jeez. I think it was probably Bob. I don't know. You know, I mean, Bob could be all over. I mean, Bob, I think, secretly probably wanted to be Billy, but
Right.
not in real life, of course.
Of course,
but,
yeah.
But I mean, I think he was very into the Hitchcock cameo.
Right.
Like just a little peek there.
Yep.
Yeah, could have been. I don't know. Could have been just somebody on the crew.
Yeah.
But it would have to be the same eye every time.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah, keep a continuity.
Yeah. I like that shot of Olivia on the left of the
that's
frame
beautiful.
with the fire in the middle and the phone on the bottom right. Really nice shot.
I love the contour of the light
Yes.
on her body.
Yeah. Yeah,
it
it's
looks so
beautiful.
great.
Yeah.
Again,
I like a lot of the cinematography in this film because it's so moody and dark, but contrasty. Like even this here, just all the beautiful little highlights on the crystal or glass, you know, whatever it would have been. Just really well done.
Yep. And of course he says, "It's me, Billy," quite a few times as he's or at least once here. Oh no, I think he says, "Don't Agnes, don't you tell him what we did." He says it here.
Right.
As he's approaching Margot. I don't think it's here. It might be actually after this. Bursts in because she's having, I guess, one of those dreams.
and there you go. You know, scare us because Barb is an asthmatic.
Right.
So that the next time.
That's right. And she doesn't, and she can't hear them over the carolers.
That's right.
Jerpin
And
sends
Billy
in
would be in the room here.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying Billy would be in the room here.
He would be, yeah.
Yep.
Kind of like how he was in the room with Justine.
Yeah, and behind the door.
Yeah. Jerpin sends in $1.99, says, Dave, is that the actual phone from the movie? No, the phone that I have? No. It's just it's an exact replica of a phone from that time period. So it's not the actual phone used in the movie, but it's an actual phone from the 1970s. So, yeah, I think we have two of them. We had about 5 or 6 phones on set between all the phones.
It's true.
You know what I'm really sensing here too is because all of these scenes were actually filmed in the actual house, you really sense in that scene between Olivia and Margot, there's a real connection that's been formed. And I think we all felt that we were really close to one another.
Right.
Even though, they had a lot of work to do in the film and were very, very committed to the work. And so not maybe as in a party mood as some of us, you really sort of start to feel that a love develops between these women. And with the scene with Andrea as well and Olivia.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember the 3 ladies that were in It's Me, Billy, the first one, they had expressed to us that they had off camera developed that kind of friendship.
Yeah.
And I think it came through on camera.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of, I'll say, more, sensitive moments in this movie, like between the characters, say from Andrea and Olivia, earlier on when she's crying over Claire, as one example. But that inspired us too for some of the drama and some of the choices of the more, I'll say, sensitive scenes within It's Me, Billy. And when I mean sensitive, I mean just that dialogue, that connection between the characters. Yeah.
Yeah, this is where he gets the glass unicorn and here it comes.
It's me, Billy. It's all right, Agnes. It's all right. Shh, pretty Agnes.
It's really, really creepy. And then he says,
There's the eye.
Yeah, don't you tell them what we did. Yep, there it is.
But see, that does look like Peter there, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, even up to like sort of the sweater a little bit. It's kind of has that greenish sort of vibe to it. They were so smart.
Yeah. And I love the hand and the glass. Oh God.
Yeah.
That's about the only time you really see quite a bit of blood in this film.
But it's done tastefully, classy.
And I just made the connection, just because I've done the play twice, that the unicorn is like symbolic from, a Tennessee Williams play called The Glass Menagerie. And I wonder if they thought of that it's to have it be a unicorn.
Right.
It's actually very kind of interesting and makes all kinds of little kind of connections and echoes.
And obviously, and Jess didn't hear any of that because of the carolers. Those damn carolers. Sitting at 125,160 folks. Let's see if we're at 1,034 backers. Maybe we could get to 1,040 backers. Maybe 1,045. I don't know. Still lots of perks available. Donations. Anything you can do to help out while there's still 7 days left in the campaign. That will change over to 6 days in about 2 hours from now. But let's keep it going. We have a stretch goal. Let's see if we can meet that stretch goal. Or maybe we can, like I said, maybe we can get to 130 before the end of next week. That would be really cool. So the link is at the top of the chat. Anything you can do helps, folks. Anything you can do helps. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. You're amazing. The fact that we've got to 125, 160 is great. Oh yeah, just like having a wart removed. Oh, it's Peter. You hear it.
God. That would be scary to hear, wouldn't it?
It would.
Oh yeah.
Having a wart removed.
And that's, oh my God. And she thinks, oh my God. Could be Peter.
And remember, I think I brought this up before, that I said, is that what the connection being that an abortion is just like having a wart removed? And that's what I called Victoria the Wart. You're the wart.
Well, it's funny. But well, that is what Peter was. It's like, Jess, it's not like having a wart removed or whatever. And so Billy says that, but you're right. Even though Jess right now is pregnant with Sam's mother and not Sam herself, Sam is still the offspring from the wart, which makes her sort of Wart Jr. I don't know. It's true.
Wart the third.
That's right. That's right.
Or the second. I don't know.
That's it. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
And look at that face. If that isn't like a film face.
Oh yeah, film noir.
So handsome and strong.
Yep, it's the chin. It's all in the chin and jaw.
And the eyebrows.
Yep, and the lighting. Yep. And of course, he would go on to play another very famous cop in A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Guy with his pants down.
Oh my God.
Yeah, what's that guy in the background?
That old guy is named Sidney Brown, and my sister was engaged to his son for years.
Wow.
Really?
But then they never married because Tony became a pilot, and my sister was afraid of him flying.
Mm,
But they were together for years, so he was like my father-in-law.
very
Oh,
cool.
wow.
I can't
Very
remember
cool.
this actor's name, but great, authentic laughing scene.
Oh yeah. I like this shot here through the crack of the door as Phil and Jess walk down the hall. Very creepy.
And you can see where some of that inspiration for Michael Myers might come from.
Yep.
From shots like this. And when you hear the breathing,
Yeah.
right? Because that's a signature thing of Michael Myers. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but here it is here and with Billy.
Yeah. I love the dark wood. You know, I love homes that have
in that
dark
house.
wood and, you know, banisters and
And
ceiling
and a lot of
yeah.
built-ins, like the built-in bookcases, and
Yes.
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
like a craftsman house. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. And all of the red, you notice all the red coloring within the lighting, right? And that was a big thing for us, like in one particular scene in It's Me, Billy, you know, coming up the stairs, right? When Sam approaches the attic and it's all red and she goes into the attic.
There's the phone. I think it's Peter though. I think he's crying.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, look, Peter, don't cry. We can straighten things out. There's nothing to get so upset about.
It's cool because yeah, I could see how somebody might think it was Peter, especially them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Matthew Farisi sends in $4.99. Thank you, Matthew. Says for the channel and your successful campaign. Thank you, Matthew. Really appreciate that.
So even the way that he sounds when he's crying,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that's very similar to
It
Billy.
sounds like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please tell me where you are.
Oh my.
She's just like, I've had it with this guy. Just tell me where you are, okay? Enough of this.
Wow.
And that great shot, like of that, you know, mechanics of that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Yeah. David T sends in €5 and says, hi, Lynn. What is your favorite scene from the movie Curtains? How did you feel playing the main antagonist in the movie? Hugs from France.
Aw, I love these lovely French people. Well, the most fun and terrifying was doing the stand-up, which I had never done stand-up, and they just said, "Can you write something?" And we shot it in a real stand-up comedy club, one that Jim Carrey is very famous for starting out his career in. And, you know, I see it now and I go, I was terrified, but I thought I handled it pretty well. And I liked my outfit in that. I mean, I pretty much everything. I loved a lot of the scenes in Curtains. And I particularly loved, no spoiler for anyone, but that I actually made it to the final reel. Because I had a very varied career of playing victims. I say I have died so many ways on film. Any way you come up with, yeah, drowning, yeah, jumping off a high building, strangulation, you know, I got it.
Of
Yep.
course.
I've done it. I've been there. But yeah, it was really lovely to play a character that was on the other side of the horror in terms of delivery rather than receiving end.
Gotcha. Yep. I can understand that.
Trying not to be too spoiler here for those who haven't seen Curtains.
There's that chiseled jaw.
Yeah. But look at this beautiful lighting. I
I
mean,
know.
you know, to be fair, Olivia is stunningly beautiful woman.
Yeah, she is.
But-
But the lighting here, right there, I really
Yeah.
see the Victoria Olivia
Yeah.
resemblance
Yeah.
between the two in that shot.
Mhm. Yeah.
There's the American flag just dangling from out of frame.
Mhm.
Just in case you forgot, we're somewhere in the States.
I think it looks like a pair of like clown Pennywise pants.
Maybe.
Maybe Pennywise is dangling there.
Yeah, he's just there.
Yeah.
That's where he sleeps.
Josh Lott sends in $5, says, "Thank you for joining us, Lynn." And my mom says, "Thanks for the autographed Christmas ornament and snow globe."
Aw, bless you.
Nice, nice.
Thank you for your interest and support.
Absolutely.
And Josh has been a huge supporter of the campaign.
Huge. He's
Yeah.
a co-producer, and he's also been picking up tons of perks and Blu-rays and donations. Just, again, it's amazing to see the community step up in this way. I love these two guys.
Oh, I love this. There's a little bit of Canadiana for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see anything, eh?
Yeah, it's Bob and Doug,
That's, yeah. Oh,
the
could you
Mackenzie
imagine?
brothers.
Oh. I love how Phil is ready to go to bed, and Jess is still like in her like, I guess, throughout the day clothes. She hasn't changed. She can't. She's too stressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, good day, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that wallpaper. I think we had wallpaper like that in my kitchen when I was growing up. I think the American flag has its own light.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
And obviously those are American pencils
Yeah, of course.
as well.
course.
Of course. This is why at our
It
film,
does. It looks like it has more light than sometimes Olivia gets.
it does. It does.
Yes.
Certainly more than Andrea has right now.
Yep. But we had to, but we followed continuity at the beginning of It's Me, Billy, chapter
Oh,
1.
yeah.
When the car drives away, you do see that it's New York plates.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's cool.
yep. We imagine that maybe there's a lot of Bedford. There also is a Bedford, Nova Scotia as well, actually here in Canada. But there's quite a few Bedfords in the States too. And we just figured, it's, somewhere
Yeah.
in the East.
It's
And when
believable.
I shot a series called Wind at My Back, the town was called New Bedford
There you go.
as well. They're just the little echoes that happen in your career.
Andrea Martin just had an off-screen death, similar to Emma.
I was sorry I'm talking over your death, Andrea. I didn't mean to.
That's all right. This just
I
helps.
noticed too.
Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, I noticed too throughout the film, this, between Bob and the cinematographer, I'm forgetting his name right now, but they
Bert
do
Dunk,
a lot of these.
Albert Dunk.
Albert Dunk. They do a lot of depth shots, right? Like where you've got, things far in the background, very small, your character very close in the foreground. And you see that as a stylistic choice in a lot of modern films where you've got a character like up close, super close. It's physically almost impossible to achieve that shooting it, right? And you have to cut the person out and composite them in with the background.
Yeah.
And it's they had that shot earlier on with Claire's father where he was on the phone in the living room
Right.
in this movie.
And this great, shooting through the banisters. And in the previous shot, the banisters were shadowed on the wall.
Right.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting cinematography. Which I think you guys really captured in It's Me, Billy, too.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks.
Yeah. We worked really hard with our DP, Greg Bennett, and everybody to, again, we, one of our goals was to, you could watch chapter 1 and really feel like it's a natural organic extension of the same story.
Yeah. He spent a lot of time studying it. We gave him a few films to reference, obviously this one of them. And Yeah, he really took a lot of time to craft and think through those ideas.
Yeah. So we went up a little bit on the campaign. We're at 125 to 65, which is great. Give a shout out to whoever that was. It was Joshua Lott who picked up another double blue. It's me, Billy 1 and 2. As I said, Josh, we're just gonna forward the box off to you.
Yeah.
I think is what we're gonna do.
You're just gonna get the box.
You're just gonna get the box, dude. You're just gonna. But hey, you know what? He's committed, and I love to see it, man. It means a lot, dude. It really, really does.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
But yeah, hey, could we get to 126 before the end of the day?
127. Seven's my lucky number.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Could we get to
7 is my lucky
Could we get to 127? It's less than 2,000. You never know. Hey, listen, there's 91 people watching right now. So if 91 people all donated $20, let's say, that would bring us $1,820. That could do it. That could do it. Even $10. That'd give us an extra 900. The math is easy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the moment.
For Christ's sakes, Nash, you got it wrong. That's where the calls are going into.
That's where they're coming from, too, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Get over there. Fast. Oh, in this moment.
Jennings,
And this police officer's been killed. Oh, this is. I wish I could. Bruce knows, but I can't.
Jennings,
Yeah.
Jennings, where the hell are you? Nash,
Knowing what I can't.
Yeah.
Knowing what we know, it just makes it so much more cooler.
I can't get through.
Lynn knows what I'm talking about, but it's just like,
Nash, be calm. Don't tell her that the guy is in the house. Just tell her to put down the phone and walk straight out the front door. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Right.
Nash, if you blow this, I'll kill you.
And what would you do?
if it was me, I would walk out the door.
Me too.
Yep.
Okay. Watch closely, guys.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is, yeah. Well, it happens.
Claude makes an appearance.
Claude? No, I think Lynn's
oh, no,
talking
no,
about
this
her.
is my scary moment.
But it happens after she comes back downstairs,
Yep,
I think.
yeah.
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 It's Jess.
Miss Bradford, this is Sergeant Nash. Are you the only one in the house?
No. Phil and Bob are upstairs asleep. Why?
All right. Now, I want you to do exactly what I tell you without asking any questions, okay? No questions.
Miss Bradford.
Front door and leave the house.
What's wrong?
Please, Miss Bradford, please just do as I tell you.
Yeah.
Hey. I'll get Phil and Bob.
No, don't do that, Jess.
I love this moment.
Yeah.
The caller is in the house. The calls are coming from the house. Jess!
Doug McGrath.
Yeah.
Jess! Get up! And don't
Beautiful. Beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Don't go upstairs, Jess. Miss Bradford! Miss Bradford!
What are you doing, Jess? It's good stuff.
Phil! Bob! Please answer me! Please answer me! Please!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bruce knows. Just the
Oh, this is gonna be great. Fans are gonna love what we've done with part 2. If I do say so myself.
Yeah.
It's because it's Well, again, without giving it away, we're just it. Hopefully, for a lot of fans, it will feel full circle.
Yeah. We've done a lot to really craft a good story, really connect dots, and like you said, bring a full circle. Yeah.
I like the shot here. Handheld, the camera's a little shaky, adding to that tension and suspense.
And this is kind of mirroring Billy's point of view shots.
That's right.
But it's not him.
No.
Right?
No, it's her. Yeah. I've always liked this shot of her coming up the stairs there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's good. Like that's what we liked about It's Me, Billy. You know, some of the house design is similar with the big staircase and
that's right.
Those banisters and where you come up. Like it's Yeah,
we wanted a house that was in the same vein. Here it comes. A great moment. Billy likes to pose the bodies. There it is. Now listen to him. Here he is.
Agnes, it's me, Billy.
Oh, God.
Agnes, don't you tell what we did, Agnes.
It's so great. That line. Bruce knows I'm talking about.
Yeah. Just the whole moment, like the tension and everything.
Yeah.
Here comes her favorite. There it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoever asked what's my scariest moment, it's right there.
The grabbing of
It
the
comes
hair.
out of nowhere. Like you didn't think he made it down that fast.
Yeah.
No.
He's really going for
Oh,
it.
he is. He is.
Billy's not messing around.
No,
Like,
he's not. No, he's not. I love how it just goes silent. Creepy basement, too.
You have to have a creepy basement in a horror movie.
Wait till you see the basement at the Billy house, Lynn. It's fantastic.
Oh, yeah, you'll love it.
Oh, boy.
Love the split lighting there.
And again, just such great tension.
Yeah.
Oh, in there.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Break it
And
with
I wonder, is this Bloor Street or Queen Street in Toronto?
it's either Queen or Bathurst or I don't know, one of them. I love this shot of Peter in a moment.
Yeah.
She's completely justified into thinking it was him.
Yeah. And because what the hell is he doing there?
Right.
You know, it's, yeah.
Love this shot. That right there is so great.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder she went on for most of her life believing it was him.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is where they did such a great job. Like you think that's Billy. And why wouldn't it be, right?
That's
'Cause
it.
He's like upstairs
Yeah.
where she left him. Yeah.
No music, just letting the scene carry it.
Again. Yeah. Exactly.
And the sound of water dripping. I just noticed that for the first time. She mouthed Peter. She mouthed his name to herself. I never noticed that before.
Again, scary. So good. So,
And her character's totally believing that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Peter's it.
Yeah.
Jess?
Got to get the skates on the wall.
Yep.
Canada.
We're gonna have to put some skates in It's Me Billy too.
There you go. There you go.
We'll just cut to a random hockey scene.
That's right.
yeah.
Just insert it.
Yeah.
Somebody has to skate across a frozen pond.
It's true.
That's right.
That's right.
Jess? Are you in there?
Yes, Dave.
Jess? Jess, that you?
Be terrifying.
Would.
Jess? Why didn't you answer me? What was all the yelling about? Jess, you had me worried. What are you doing down here?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hmm. Interesting place to cut too.
Yeah, yeah. So you don't really know what's happening.
What's happening next?
Yeah. Hey, we've gone up 125, 475. Amazing.
Oh wow.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Let's see who that was. Give them a shout out here. We've got a couple people. We've got I'm probably going to butcher this because you're from Sweden. Is it it's Jens? Jens Thun? I'm probably butchering your name, but you know who you are. You just picked up the
Maybe
double blue.
Jens.
Jens, maybe? Jens, yeah. Yep. You might be right. Thank you very much for picking up the double blue. I really appreciate that. You're going to get both Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 on Blu-ray. And Ricardo A. Pachico, is that how you say that? I believe that's how you say that. From Mexico, amazing. Also picked up the double blue. Thank you so much, Ricardo and Jens, we'll say. Really appreciate that.
So here you think she's dead? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you're like, oh, what
she's
happened?
not. Yep.
Yeah, it's like, what happened?
I know.
Wow.
What
Right?
the hell happened? She fought back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said it was an interesting cut because normally you'd follow through and see that action because it's like such a climactic moment.
That's right. Yeah.
Your main character facing like the antagonist versus the protagonist.
Right,
there.
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
Unionville is in
Yes.
Ontario.
Yeah, they
That's
just
a one Canada.
they use some
Yeah.
some names, yeah.
The hospital doesn't have facilities to handle this many at one time. All right, tell the coroner there and get started on the autopsy.
And the last, I made a post not too long ago on social media because every now and then I'll get asked why we chose the name It's Me, Billy. Because if you're not familiar with the movie or the character, it might seem like a strange name. Why didn't you just call it like...
kind of arbitrary.
Yeah. Just kind of like, why didn't you call it Black Christmas something or something like that. And It's Me, Billy obviously is a line that he says quite a bit in the original film. It's also our only clue to his possible identity. There is no concrete evidence that he is referring to himself, but he keeps saying it as if it is him. So it's our only evidence, albeit circumstantial, that hints at a possible name to this person. And it's also the very last thing you hear him say in the entire movie. So when we're focused on Lynn in the attic and we're pulling out, I think you see Mrs. Mack in the background as well, and we're pulling out from the attic, you hear, "It's me, Billy." And that's it. That's the last line that he says. It's the last line in the entire movie, and then the credits roll. So for us, it only made sense to continue it with that title.
And for fans, it's so intriguing.
It is. It is. And again, here's some of that red lighting, right? Like just
Yep.
kind of finishing off the film, like it.
Yep. Leaving her alone. And I love this, how we just hold on her. We hold, like as if you're expecting something to happen. And then we just start to move.
And that was another, like, you know, as you said, Lynn, an echo in It's Me, Billy, with Sam sleeping at nighttime
Right.
just before we go into the oneer. That's where we pick up with her, right?
That's right.
And it, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the blood on the mattress.
Mm.
So great. I wonder who those pictures were. Was it set deck or were they already in the house? I wonder.
They might be already in the house.
Yeah.
I don't know how much set deck they had to do.
It's like us.
Yeah, that was, I was just going to say,
Yeah.
we really relied on the location.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we'll take a similar approach with It's Me, Billy, too.
Yeah.
Obviously for continuity because, you know, the house is what it is.
Yeah.
Right. And those drapes.
Yeah.
Those drapes, boy.
Well, it's great. We kept saying, you know, it's like a character in of itself.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
location
Yeah.
makes all the difference.
Oh, this is a house that speaks.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a character in the movie.
Yeah, it is. And very similar to what we have in our films as well.
Right.
It was very important, again, to have a home that had character. You know, when you're shooting a low budget horror movie, a lot of the times it's location, you know, because it can often carry, help to carry a film too, because it's so atmospheric and moody and creepy.
I think it's one of the things about the film that it has a wonderful sense of claustrophobia.
This film,
Which
yes,
is very
yes.
frightening.
Yep.
Yes.
Here it
You
is.
know?
Here's the final line. Sorry to interrupt.
It's me, Billy.
There it is. And that's it. You hear nothing more.
And then they rack focus to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
hmm
And we just
You know, I'm amazed at how long I could keep still like that.
Yeah.
Considering that I
Yeah.
really couldn't breathe and I had my eyes open as well.
Yeah.
Right. Did they cut the hole in the mouth and then tuck
No.
it inside your mouth?
No, it didn't work.
It didn't work.
Oh.
You could see the bag moving.
Yeah.
So no, I was holding my breath,
We
Oh,
keeping
wow.
my eyes open.
It was the same issue we had with Shelby. We had cut a hole for her, but then
Yeah.
over the period of takes, the condensation would start to build up.
Yep, exactly
So
the same thing.
Shelby
Yeah.
held her breath.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Shelby.
That's the way to do it.
You and I are a team.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. And there's the cop on the front porch there,
yeah.
Yeah.
and the phone's ringing, and then that's it.
Yeah.
But who is that on
This
the
is
phone?
such a great film.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. Just so much tension, just so much, like Dave always says, mood, atmosphere.
Yep.
I'm excited to watch It's Me, Billy now. Like,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
to see it back to back. And, you know, watching it through now with you both, like I'm thinking of, you know, the script for part 2,
Mhm.
like chapter 2. And, oh man, some of the stuff that we've got planned and what we want to do. I'm excited. I'm super stoked.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
very.
me too.
It's very exciting. I think looking at watching this movie and thinking about where it goes, you know, in chapter 2 and all the details that we've paid attention to, I think fans are going to be really excited. You know, again, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're not as familiar with the IP, those things might go over you a bit. But if you are familiar with it and you're a Black Christmas fan, there's definitely things in chapter 2 that I think are going to please you and make it feel like a complete story, you know, like almost like a trilogy in many ways. Yeah, it's so, yeah. Bruce.
Okay.
It's amazing. Amazing.
I don't think I want to watch Star Trek now.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you got to turn that off.
Yeah.
That's right.
I want to watch Me Billy now.
Do you?
No, stop.
Well, you're more than welcome
Yeah.
you're more than welcome to stick around if you want to.
Okay, I just have to get rid of this.
Yeah.
Let me.
I thought I turned it off, but I didn't. Sorry, guys.
I
No, it's
have.
all good.
What I will do is, I'm not sure what the best way to do it. So, I have imported It's Me Billy into, so It's Me Billy, unlike Black Christmas, I can bring up on the screen, for our audience. You guys will still have to watch, on your own, via the Vimeo link. But I can bring it up.
Maybe Dave, I was going to say, should we put the Vimeo link in the chat for everybody?
Yep, I can do that.
I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think to do that,
I think I have to do that for some reason because I'm the channel. Okay. I'm the channel. I think if somebody else does it, doesn't work or something.
Yeah.
Let me just hang on one second here.
Yeah, and we'd recommend for anybody that's watching along with us, if you want, obviously Dave will bring it up on the screen, but if you want to watch it on Vimeo separately, go ahead.
Yeah.
We'd recommend Vimeo because we know not everybody has an ad blocker on their browser for YouTube, and not everybody pays for YouTube Premium. So if you don't have either of those things, you will come across some of the ads. And obviously we want to avoid that when we're watching it back, for this stream.
Right.
So
here's Victoria. Hang on a sec. I have to.
That's why we recommend, watching it through Vimeo.
Right. So Victoria.
Sorry, that was me not realizing that I couldn't turn it off the way I would turn it off on my iPad because I'm on my laptop. So I was trying to do it with my fingers, and no, you need to do it with the mouse.
That's all right.
Right.
Oh, Luddite. Anyway, that was fantastic. That was fantastic. Thank you. And you're saying if I go onto Vimeo, I can watch Me Billy now?
Yeah. So I put the link in the chat. Well, it's in the email that I sent you this morning. Victoria is there. 1 second, Victoria. I don't know if you can hear us. I will get to you in just a second. Oh, hang on a sec. Let me see if I can get rid of this.
So folks that are wanting to watch It's Me Billy through Vimeo, Dave's posted the link in the chat. Just look for him in there.
Yep. 1 second. Hang on. Let me bring Victoria in. Hang on. I'm going to have to make me smaller.
Or you can get rid of me if you want.
No, I don't want to get rid of you.
Okay.
I don't want to get rid of anybody. I have to bring another person. You're dead. You're dead. Hang on. All right. Let me put this down here and see if I'm going to have to adjust everybody again as I bring Victoria in. Hang on.
No problem. Give
me a sec here. But Lynne, I know
to ask you.
Oh, wait. There's Victoria. There she is. 1 second.
Here we are.
Hang on 1 sec.
Hey, Victoria, we can see you.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you doing? Welcome.
Thank you. How's it been so far?
It's been great. 1 second. I'm just going to get you in your own window. So I just have to do this on the fly here. How's your day going, Victoria?
Good. I'm a little under the weather.
Aww.
So I might have to, mute for a second.
I gotcha. Hang on. I think that'll work. Now let me get this other one straightened out here. And congratulations on your new home.
Thank you. That's where I've been today. It's been awesome.
I bet.
Lots of renovations.
I'm very excited for you guys. That's just so cool.
Yeah,
I'm very excited for us as well.
Okay, hang on. Just trying to get you in here. I'm trying to do this quickly because I know you're on a time crunch, Victoria. So let me hang on.
Well, while you're doing that, Dave, I was just going to ask Lynne.
Yes.
Thinking back to your experience making the original Black Christmas, like what was I always like to ask, like what was one of your most memorable parts about the filmmaking process itself?
I guess, first of all, having a plastic bag put over your head, having that be then this iconic emblem of the film, and that the interest in the film and myself never has gone away. I mean, it lulled for a bit, but when it came out on DVD and Blu-ray, the interest swelled to such a degree that, I've been able to make a living off of conventions and selling my little bits and bobs of,
I love it.
lovelies from Black Christmas. I mean, I think it's knowing that, what you think is sort of a very strange thing while you're filming it could become so important to you as an actress in terms of the arc of your career.
Right.
It's quite
Right.
wild because, obviously, as I told you, it was actually quite fun to
Yeah.
film because
Right.
Bob was there the whole time and Burt Dunk was there the whole time. And, Bob had his foot on the rocker and was rocking the chair and throwing the cat on me. I mean, there was definitely a sense of humor while we were filming it. And when I look at it now and see how horrific it does look,
Right.
when you figure, we were actually having a really fun time.
Right. Right.
So that's, I mean, most of my memory is those days that we spent in the attic, basically, once it was lit and the set deck had done their work, it was basically like the three of us. I mean, maybe the script supervisor was in there, although I didn't have to remember any lines, so maybe she wasn't. Anyway, but it was a very intimate, obviously, set because it was a very small attic. I mean, it really was a small attic in the house. So I think that's my favorite memory is time spent in the attic with Bob Clark, the amazing Bob Clark, who was so wonderful to work with, and the amazing Burt Dunk, who was a really brilliant cinematographer and DOP.
Amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, I met Burt at one point in my career working at William F. White, and I don't know, he probably won't remember me, not at all, but I met him through a colleague, and he had come through a few times, and I met him at CERT. I doubt he'd remember me though, but yeah, he was great to talk to and just kind of learn some stuff from and just hear him talk about the tech and what he was working on. It was great. Really great.
If there's any way we can reach out to him, I think he would be fascinated with what you guys are doing.
Cool.
And other people that are still around that were associated with the film, I think they would be really, really jazzed as to what you guys are accomplishing. In a world where, it's hard to actually do what you're doing and do it on such a incredible scale that you have managed to achieve thus far. I know it's going to be a fantastic shoot.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're super stoked. We're for all the fans that are watching right now, we're in the process of, we just finished making some further slight adjustments to the script. I'm going to say refinements that are, we took the feedback. So, for folks that are watching, we got some feedback from Lynn and Victoria and the other performers in chapter 2, and we did incorporate those notes. And we were able to take a few things a little bit further and just refine, really craft a lot of the moments, and just and we're just super excited. And I think some of again, we can't give any spoilers, but we'll just say I think things make even more sense now, and things I think you'll like it. Dave and I will be sending you the script shortly. That new version.
So my apologies, I'm having trouble bringing up the the video into the actual thing. So for the sake of time, what we might, because I wanted the audience to be able to see it too, but for some reason OBS is acting like a piece of poo, and
well, what I'll do, Dave, is I'll post the link for Vimeo in the chat again.
Yeah, I don't know if I did do that. I don't know if I don't know if you're going to be able to do it because you're not the channel. Sometimes YouTube blocks links that aren't from the channel owner.
Okay.
So I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to put the link into the chat room again now. The link is in the chat. I just put it there. That's to Vimeo. Feel free to watch along with us. Let me try this one last time. I don't know why it's doing that. I feel like it's just acting weird. I don't know what happened there, but I feel like unless I try.
Well, I think, as so
Yeah.
Victoria, now that you're joining us, we just finished watching the original Black Christmas.
Yes.
And, we were noticing, just being able to kind of see it again fresh, because I haven't seen it in a little bit, and then think about It's Me, Billy, and where we're headed with it, where we're going. Let me ask you, like when we were shooting chapter 1, what was one of the more memorable parts for you, like in the filmmaking process, like one of the things that you enjoyed about the process of making it?
That's a great question. I have to think about that one. It was honestly, there were so many moments where we just kind of stopped and were like, this is like a wonderful set, a wonderful crew, like different shots that we were taking were just amazing. I think I'm still going to say the same one that I said with Shelby, where it was Malika's death scene or Justine's death scene. And that is when Shelby and I were in the bathroom with Dave and we were just watching on that little tiny monitor, and the way that it just kind of pans and then it hit his shadow and he's stabbing her. It was beautifully done. I mean, even though it's a death scene of one of my best friends, it was amazing. And that was the moment where we just kind of stopped and we just stared. We didn't say a word for maybe a minute or so. Right. And then we were like, that was killer, literally. But like, it was amazing. So I still say that one is probably my favorite scene to watch, at least. It was amazing. But to be in, I'm trying to think. There's so many different ones. I personally think the eeriness of the Christmas lights leading up to the attic, just acting in that and feeling the atmosphere and the mood and
wait, sorry. The what, Victoria?
The mood and atmosphere.
Thank you. Yes.
Wow, I'm turning into you, Dave.
You are.
I am. Yeah, it was so fun to just play with. Oh wait, here's another one. The ambiance. The ambiance
I like that.
of the house and the Christmas lights.
Yes.
And it was just like you could really, feel the creepiness of it. It really helps drive the whole everything.
Gotcha. So for the sake of time, because I know Victoria is on a time crunch, let's I wanted to bring it up onto the screen. We would still all have to sync up ourselves, but I wanted to bring it up on the screen for the audience because we can do that because it's our movie. But for whatever reason, OBS is just acting like I said, a piece of poo. So I think I would have to shut down OBS and restart it, and I can't do that because it would kill the stream and all that kind of stuff. So let's just, for the sake of time, not a big deal. We'll just do it like we did when we were watching Black Christmas, and we'll just all do like a 3, 2, 1, go kind of thing. Victoria, do you have it up on your screen?
I do.
Ready to go?
I do.
Perfect. Lynn, do you have it up?
No, I'm going to have to leave this.
Okay.
And then go back to
it's a link.
My email to get the link because I can't see the link. I wrote to you in the chat. I can't see the Vimeo link.
Okay.
Oh, I can post it for you. I have it up right here.
I wonder why, because I put it in the...
Well, it's not in my chat.
Strange.
Lynn, I've got it for you right here.
Okay, cool.
Thank you,
Victoria.
No problem.
I had put it in the chat room on YouTube. That's why you didn't see it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Oliver Mercer sends in £5 and says, "Hey Victoria, what are you most looking forward to heading into It's Me Billy Chapter 2? No spoilers, Victoria. Go ahead."
I can't. There's definitely no spoilers. I'm going to think about this very carefully. I'm looking forward to a certain scene in particular that I think audiences are really going to like. I am looking forward to Sam's arc. I'm looking forward to her. Am I allowed to say this? Like, her arc.
Her arc.
And the strong driving force behind her with her relationships moving forward.
Yeah, that's I'm
Well said.
well said. Dodge. No lawsuits. No. We're excited about that too. We're so excited to see you, to see your arc. Like you're just kind of, to get down into it now. You know what I mean?
Oh, and obviously working with Lynn and Olivia Hussey as well.
Of course.
And even Bruce again as well, and Kara.
We're okay.
Yeah.
We're okay. We're okay.
Great.
We'll have. I think Bruce already said that, right? That we're gonna have we
Sean?
had polished up
Sean?
the script and we'll be sending you guys an updated version
but I
soon.
think I'm on your side.
I'm very excited too, because the original script, I must say, was very strong and had. I feel awkward talking about the script. I feel like I'm going to keep saying something that I found myself.
Well, when you first
It's all
read it,
good.
I think
It's all
your
good.
reaction was, "Oh, this is." Like we were trying to, there were things in Black Christmas we were watching that we got excited about because of how we connect everything. And I think that's what fans are really going to like too, is how at the end it all kind of comes together.
Comes together.
You know what I mean?
Because like we were saying, it's like we've treated chapter 2 like it's the conclusion of a trilogy in a way. Like that's kind of the thought in our approach, at least when making some decisions around, where do these characters go? What do they do?
Right.
How does this whole story end? Because it's not just the end of chapter 2, it's also the end of this trilogy.
Absolutely.
That's it.
And that's the huge sense that I think we all got from reading it. I remember when afterwards you asked for feedback, that was what every single person said.
That's right.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Everybody was really excited, and it was really nice to hear Lynn say that she loved the script. Obviously, being a Black Christmas alumni, there was another Black Christmas alum, not Olivia Hussey, but somebody else who had read it that said that Bob Clark would love the script, who was the director of the original film.
He would.
Yeah.
He would. It really, the whole thing just rings true to the original, and it's within the same kind of realm as that, I would say. And it's a nice just like ties everything together very well.
Right.
And it was awesome to read, so I'm really excited to see what the little refining you have going on.
Yeah, just little tweaks here and there to kind of we took all your notes into consideration and just kind of polished it a little bit, and very, very excited to by the way, while we're waiting for Lynn to get that organized, we had some more people donate. We are now sitting at $125,845.
Wow.
Absolutely
Cool.
incredible. 104%. Let's hit 126,000. Could we hit 127,000 by the end of the stream? I don't know. Let's keep it going. Let's give these shout outs to whoever this was here. We've got, let me go down here. David Thuin, is that how you say that? Thuin picked up a t-shirt. Thank you, David. Eddie Green. Hey, Eddie. Eddie Green picked up the double blue It's Me Billy Chapter 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. Brandon Lyons, is that how you say that? Picked up Victoria Mero autograph number 1. Amazing. Thank you so much, Brandon. And also picked up the Claire signed photo number 2. Very cool. Thank you so much to Brandon, Eddie, and David for putting us up to where we are at the moment.
Yeah, we were saying it's been pretty amazing, this whole journey of with all of the fans and everybody in the live streams,
because I have to.
and just the level of support and commitment and donations, generosity. It's been very humbling over these last couple of months. I can't believe that we're like it's interesting, like going through the campaign. There's moments where you're like, wow, okay, there's so much time, right? That's going by. But we're in the last week now.
That's right.
And I can't believe that we're in the last week and then already moving forward. And
it's incredible.
Yeah. We'll definitely call everybody together probably in July sometime and give all of the cast and Greg an update and just share an important update on multiple things production related. Bring everybody up to speed.
For sure.
Just so you know, if you can hear me, I have the video link up now.
Great. Wonderful.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah, we can still hear you. We can still see you. loud and clear.
Oh, okay, cool.
Awesome. Okay, well, let's, oh, by the way, Lynn, we're knocking on 126,000. Amazing. Wonderful.
So, Victoria, it's your job to get us up to 127. No pressure.
I can do it. You've done a good job so far.
There we go. 150. Let's go. 150.
Yeah, come on.
5 million. No, I don't want to. Calm down, Dave. Calm down.
It looks like you're like yelling into a tunnel or something.
I'm being polite to my 3 guests here, not to yell in their ears. That's why I'm yelling over here.
It's great. I love it.
Okay, so yes, if you're just joining us, I did want to have the movie up onto the screen for those watching over YouTube, but OBS is being a bit of a stinker right now, so we're gonna watch it via Vimeo. So again, I'm gonna put the Vimeo link in the YouTube chat room. There is the Vimeo link in the YouTube chat room. Watch it on Vimeo. That way you can watch it all the way through, not be interrupted by anything. And that's what we're gonna do now. So here we go, folks. We'll do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown. Here we go. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right. The following contains coarse language and disturbing imagery. Viewer discretion is advised. I love the build and the swell of the soundscape.
Oh,
Already it feels like Black Christmas.
Yeah.
So eerie.
It does. I don't think I've ever watched Black Christmas and then watched It's Me, Billy. It's my
Neither
first
have I.
time
This is
doing
my
this.
first time.
I haven't either.
I haven't either.
There we
That
go.
would have been
Such a great shot.
such a good shot. Such a cold day.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
It was very cold. And Greg forgot his boots. He was out there in his running shoes.
Yes, you did. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
We were in the nice warm car though, so I can't complain.
That's
there
true.
was some good things going on in there.
But just this tension, this moment here. And you are upset because you were denied access to the Black Christmas house.
Yeah. Just getting that closure, I think, for her too. Just
That's it.
And this is Malika Henney and Shelby Handley.
That's it.
Yeah. Shout out to them if they're watching.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they can smell anyone who's going to mention. You're not some news reporters, though.
Do you guys hear like a bit of an echo?
Yeah, there is a bit of that. I
don't know if that was on my end.
No, it's
I'm not.
I don't know where it's coming from, whether it's Lynn or Victoria or Bruce. Are you listening with earbuds, Victoria, or just through speakers?
Just through speakers.
Oh.
I should probably be listening to it through earbuds.
Are you able to do that? Do you want to pause and grab your earbuds?
I will let it keep running so I don't.
Okay,
miss it.
fair enough. Okay, Victoria will be back. She's just going to get some.
I will be back in one moment.
All right. Yep. No problem.
Okay.
I assume it's coming from Victoria's side. Joshua Lott says, trivia question for Victoria. Ooh, this will be good. I'll make it easy. For $100, name the cat in Black Christmas. Hint, it rhymes with Maud and starts with CL. Victoria.
Wow. That's really hard.
So I love
this shot.
It's great. It's my new favorite
Yeah.
shot. My new favorite shot.
Yeah. The property is amazing. Lynn, when you get to see it, when we're there filming, you're really going to like the property that the house is on because it's like 20 acres of forest and then this house on the corner of the property. It's amazing. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I want to walk a long way into the house through the snow.
Yeah.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
That's it.
Victoria, Josh, who's one of our co-producers on Chapter 2, said, trivia question for Victoria. I'll make it easy. For $100 to the campaign, name the cat in Black Christmas. Hint, it rhymes with Maud and starts with CL.
It rhymes with Maud.
And starts with CL.
For $100, this is a lot of pressure. Let me just think about this for a second.
I love that because you're under the weather, you sound almost different, like a different person.
It is. Claude.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. Yay! She did it. She got it.
Well, I just have to keep on par with Lynn.
Yes.
And how much I shoot. I gotta make it happen.
This is such a nice moment between you and
this is one of my
Justine.
favorite scenes.
Yeah.
This scene was such a nice moment. And we didn't even take that many takes of this one. I think it was like
No, this was pretty quick.
Yeah. It was like that throughout the whole shoot from what I remember.
Yeah.
Like you ladies were fantastic.
Yeah.
Just you really knew your lines and it made it easy.
Yeah.
yeah.
You both were, I mean, everybody was so prepared and on point. I mean, I think you got the giggles at the dining room table that one time.
That was hard for me.
But other than
that
that
was the hardest scene I've ever had to film because it was late and
yes,
I couldn't choke it down.
it was like 2 a.m. or something.
Yeah, it was late.
But just to watch Black Christmas and then go into this and see just how you've parted your hair and the resemblance to that you have to a young Olivia Hussey, it feels
it's pretty
really
uncanny.
organic.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
I love Olivia Hussey.
Something fishy about this
Yeah,
woman. I think.
Caro is great in this. Yeah.
She is.
I'm excited for her character in chapter 2.
Me too. Yeah, she's got some great stuff.
Because she's just so friendly here
She is. Just seems like a normal neighbor.
with her little unicorn brooch.
Yeah, she's wearing a unicorn brooch.
Mhm.
Yep.
Cool.
We had a lot of fun with this, though.
Mm-hmm. See ya. Yeah, it's one of those things where, and just the environment and the just like, where is she? Where's, like, what's happened in that 50 years? Like, what went on? And we got a little bit there when she's like, I read all of her books, including the Belmont murders. It's like, oh, interesting. We're dropping little tidbits of information onto who Jess Bradford became throughout the 50 years.
Yes.
Look at how similar that looks.
Yep.
Yeah.
To Black Christmas. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
This was an amazing location.
Yep.
I can't wait to go back to it. Lynn, you're going to love it.
Yeah, you will. You're gonna fall in love with it. We just kind of call, like, when we were there for a location scout in February, it really did feel like going home, like it's our house or something.
It was cool. Yeah. I love that flare.
Yeah.
And that was one of those like happy accident moments. Like, oh, there's the sun. Quick, let's get it.
Yes, exactly.
There was a lot of those happy accident moments, though. There was.
Yeah. Yeah. Those types of things happen all the time on film sets. You just have to take advantage of them when, if you can.
Okay, those curtains looked exact.
Almost, hey? Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I hang that one on my Christmas tree every year.
Do you really?
The orange. I do.
Amazing. That's
Cool.
awesome. Now, for those of you that are watching along that might not know, this house isn't supposed to be the same house from the original Black Christmas. This is a house that Jess Bradford bought years later up sort of, in the north of whatever state they're in, New York, I guess, as a way to get away from a lot of the, attention she was receiving over the years.
When she put her specs out to the real estate agent.
That's right.
They were.
That's it.
They were very specific.
Yes.
Yeah.
She became very wealthy because of her Belmont Murders book and the other books that she had written over the years. But she hasn't written in a while. But yeah. Now there's 2 photos on the mantle in the background right there. There's a gold frame and a white frame. The gold frame is one of our executive producers on that film, Knightley Gaimo, and the black and white photo behind him are a picture of my parents.
Oh,
Yeah, shout out to Knightley.
Oh, yes. Do you remember that drip thingy?
Yes.
And how you had to end up wearing orange pants? Because what did you do? You put something underneath it.
I put
so
a
that it
bunch
would
of clothes
stop.
under it so it would dampen the sound.
Yeah.
It
And you had to improvise later on.
kind of worked, but I was able to take a lot of it out in post. So
That's good. Yeah, it sounded really loud. It's just things that you don't even think of sometimes that it sounded like a basketball.
I was just going to say, it sounded like a somebody
super
bouncing a
loud.
basketball.
Yeah, so loud.
I love this scene,
Oh, it's
guys.
great.
I love this
This is
scene.
my
You
favorite
acted it
scene.
so well.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
And it's such an
Yeah, this one's one of my favorites for sure.
Absolutely. And it's such an important scene because this is where you open up and we hear a little bit of that exposition that gives some fans some insight into what was going on.
Mhm.
You know, not really here. You're kind of joking about Justine, but then you're like, I really got to start taking care of myself. I don't want to end up like her.
Mhm.
And it's so important. You know, you've just lost your mother. You think you've lost your grandmother. You're not like her. You're strong like your grandma. That's foreshadowing majorly.
Mhm. You're right.
Like so much info is being dropped there in a really organic,
Yeah.
sort of just like it's not detailed, but you're like, oh wow.
Yeah. That's one of the things I liked about this script in particular, that you guys were able to weave all this information in a way that wasn't just like, hey, and this is what happened last time. You know, it was
Right.
organic and it was natural.
Yeah. Whenever you're doing, you know, what some people call like, you know, an exposition dump, you have to make sure that it's properly motivated, you know, so it's not just for the sake of the audience, you know, like you said, right? And that comes down to, you know, what's the purpose of this conversation happening, obviously, you know, the context around the scene, but also the here I go again, the nuances of the performance.
So is that the house where you, because
This is the house, sorry, Lynn?
it really looks like the Black Christmas house in a way.
There's a lot of similarities. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
And all the wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful. That's the table we played a lot of card games on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I loved that table.
Amazing. By the way, folks, we've just crossed 126,000. We're at 126,055, 105%.
Amazing.
Amazing. Thank
So
you so much.
exciting.
We're getting close to 127. That comes to us from Karen O'Reilly, who picked up Victoria Mero autograph number 2, and Andrew Rawlinson, who donated $50, and Joshua Lott, who donated that $100 trivia Victoria question.
Oh,
He donated
nice.
$100. Thank you so
Thank
much.
goodness I got that one right.
Yeah. Well, if you didn't, he was going to refund $100.
See, this is the scene. Poor Shelby. She was trying so hard to say her lines, but I think she missed someone. It wasn't Malika. I think she mispronounced one word, and we could not keep it down. It was so hard. This entire scene was torture for me because, you know, when you start laughing and you can't stop.
You just get the giggles and you can't
Get the
stop.
giggles, and it was so late. We were so sleepy, and I watched this scene. I watched this so close because I'm like, can I see myself cracking up?
No.
They're a little, you know, I laughed. I was supposed to laugh.
Yeah.
You
I
ladies did a
couldn't make eye
fantastic
contact.
No, you
With
would,
either of them, I couldn't look at them in the eye.
you would never know. You would never know.
Thank gosh.
No. No, not at all.
You guys are pros, you would never know.
Yeah. You see, I am avoiding eye contact with every single one of them. Even when it looks like I'm looking at them, I'm looking at like their chin or their forehead.
Right.
Right.
I didn't know that. This is juicy stuff.
Yes. And then when you start doing the close up on me, that was the hardest part because I had to bring it in. I had to be serious.
Right.
And I'm like, don't let it out, because if I let it out, it's not going to come back in. So
This is one of my favorite shots here coming up. We had the camera on a jib on some dolly track, and we're pushing in over the table, and the music begins. This is one of the first times we hear music, and you start to tell the story about your grandmother. It's very important.
Ooh. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I love this too. He doesn't even feel like my grandpa. I never knew him.
Mhm. It's great. It's great.
Yeah. But the way that we just, we push right over the table,
Mhm.
is one of my favorite shots to really bring the audience into the information that you're saying.
Yeah. And you did a great job with the the selection for the sound, like the music at that point. Because again, it reminds me of, say, the shot with Claire, right? When she's in her room, and it's not really music, but you can hear the instruments,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah, it's soundscape.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same tone, same
Suspense.
same vibe.
Yeah.
Weren't we watching The Walking Dead
Yes.
during that scene?
Yeah.
Yes.
We wanted to watch, what did we want to watch? That scary movie at the time that just came out. It was the one with Colette.
Oh, Hereditary.
That's what we wanted to watch,
yeah.
but then Bruce told us no because it wasn't light enough.
No, it's because it was too scary. No.
Yeah.
No. It was no because it wasn't.
You get too
It
distracted.
was too. Yeah, it was too dark. We needed light from the.
Yeah.
From the
We
monitor.
need something to would illuminate, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, so he told us no. Shut it down.
I feel bad.
Okay.
But this is so
But
great.
I did.
Sorry, I just wanted to say. So this line
Yeah.
here is great too. Malika's like, you don't see phones like that anymore. And then Emma. Like, again, there's those little bits of information about who Jess was is seeping out. She was obsessed. She had the phone, but Sam thinks she got rid of it, but it's actually in the attic. Now, Lynn, when we were watching Black Christmas, you remember when I said about the time of that shot?
Right.
This is the same. It takes the same amount of time to push in on Victoria here as it did.
Oh, wow. Very
Billy.
cool. Very cool.
And I just went to town with the voice.
Oh, you did so good with the voice.
Mhm.
The first time I heard the voice, I got chills. Like I still do, but it was more jarring the first time, definitely hearing it.
And you're unsure, like you're not, because this is well, you think it's a joke.
Yeah.
So you have no idea that this happened to Jess exactly the
I
same.
thought they were prank calls.
She does know, but she also knows that over the years, as she said earlier in the film, over the years, Jess would receive
got a lot of prank calls.
That's right. So
Right.
Sam knows about the story from 1974, but she just thinks this is just someone, farting around.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Mhm.
And I know that Shelby still wears those pajamas.
Does she?
100%. She loved those.
Love it. They look cozy.
They
They
do.
look cozy.
They wear
Yeah.
their nice flannel.
Mm.
I wear that sweater all the
I
time.
was gonna
though. That
say
is
you
my
still have
favorite
that green sweater, right?
Cool.
I wear it all the time.
Good, because
Cool.
we're gonna need it.
Yeah.
I'll bring it.
Yeah.
I love this do the face. We wanted to end on, because this is the last moment that we see with the three of you alive. So we wanted to end on a moment that was cute, cozy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
My brother screenshotted it, that face, and he put it as his background. So every time I call him, it pops up with my face
This
like
one?
that. Yep.
Shout
So
out to your
You
bad.
brother.
gotta
That's
love
amazing.
brothers, right?
Yeah.
So bad.
You can always count on brothers.
So bad.
Just seeing.
It has that Margot Kidder scene
Mm.
kind of vibe, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're listening to music. Actually, you weren't really listening to anything, but I added the music in.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I almost fell asleep when I was laying there and we were shooting that
You
scene.
told you said that.
So comfortable. I
And
think that was Malika's room though.
it was.
Yeah.
And then you start, if you listen carefully, you can hear the creaking of the rocking chair high above the attic, in the attic.
Mhm.
Ooh.
This scene just gives me ugh.
Oh man.
Now, again, like in the first film, we see him spaz out from his point of view. In this movie, Bruce and I wanted to show him spaz out but from the audience's point of view, but still keeping him, ambiguous. Yeah, it's like crazy.
Well, just the thought of this is horrifying. Like, this is what I have nightmares about when I'm home alone, like someone doing something like that in an attic. So actually watching it is, ugh.
Do you have an attic in your new place?
I do.
You better
And
check.
it's an old home. It's an old home.
You better check the attic. I'm just saying.
I know. We checked it the other day. I was like, we just have to peek.
We just need to know. We need
We just
awareness.
need to know. We don't have a Billy up there.
Yeah. Singing Little Baby Bunting here, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And the creaking and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
everything.
It's very disturbing. Like
So
it's-
disturbing.
Yeah.
And Shelby hears like a rock hit the window or something.
And that was one of the other things that was important to us as filmmakers, like with the character of Billy, like Dave said earlier, what's happened to him over 50 years?
Yeah.
And just the decay of him in his mental state and where he is today, right? And what would that look like? How would that play out?
That's
Like
it.
Yeah.
Very much like Andrea Martin, Shelby goes
Mhm.
off screen.
Mm-hmm.
So sad she's dead.
It is sad. Remember when I came down, I said this on my channel the other day. Do you remember when I came down to the dining room? You guys were all playing cards. And I said, I feel really sad because I have to kill Malika tomorrow. Not me, but we have to kill her tomorrow. And not literally, obviously, but her character. And I felt like it's so silly. I felt like I was ripping the friendship away from you guys, which is so silly.
You were horrible. I'm so sad they're not here.
I know.
Just wait till It's Me, Billy 3.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
10.
They can all come back.
That's right. They'll come
Trust
back.
me.
They'll come back as Force ghosts.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Shelby,
Yeah.
Malika, and I, we have come up
Zombies.
with so many
Yeah,
scenarios.
zombies.
For like, how can we
Zombies.
bring them back? They
Yeah.
can be zombies.
That's it.
Black Christmas zombies.
That's right.
Yeah.
They can be zombies.
It's a black zombie Christmas.
again, the tension here that we wanted to create was so important.
I think this is my favorite scene. I think maybe there's a lot.
Beautiful lighting too, guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Greg and Nikita.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
rest of the crew.
Yeah.
Nikita was our gaffer, Greg our DP,
Yeah.
for those that are watching.
For those of you that don't know, It's Me, Billy Chapter 1 was nominated for Best Cinematography in a dramatic short category at the CSC Awards here in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And rightly so.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Now, this, like what you were saying in the original film, Lynn, about how knowing when to have music and not when to have it.
And when to not, yeah.
We chose not to, just a slow push in on her face. It's completely silent. But if you listen very carefully, I'll be quiet here, you can hear some creaking. Terrifying that would be.
I found that shot genuinely scary when I saw it first time. I think you're muted, Victoria.
Oh, you're muted, Victoria. There we go.
I was just saying that Matt couldn't watch that scene when we watched it the first time when it was panning into Malika's face. It was too much tension. So he's like, I just have to look away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Cool.
And then even the shadow, I loved that whole thing. I loved.
Yeah. And again,
it was yeah.
Yeah, just
sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, again, handling it with class, very similar to the original, that theater of the mind.
Yeah, there's so many beautiful echoes in this, guys, to the original.
This is the oneer. We do not cut. This scene lasts for almost 2 minutes. Shout out to Jacqueline DeBacco, our first AC, who pulled focus through this entire shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. This was so cool to shoot. It was amazing.
It took 4.5 hours to set up the lighting for this scene. We rehearsed it a few times. We shot it 8 times. I believe this is the 8th take that we used.
Because the other ones, there was like walking. He had to walk backwards.
Yep.
So he couldn't even see where he was going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Greg was walking backwards, had the camera on the Ronin, and Dylan Lobo, our second AC, was guiding him. And then we come out here. Now we lose you in the darkness. And this isn't intentional. We wanted it to be this dark, to lose you in the shadows, to pick you up again in the silhouette. And then the big knock. And then we pivot and we follow you down the stairs. We haven't cut yet. We just keep following you. But we wanted the darks and the blacks to really, those deep blacks, those, not studio lighting. We want it to feel, to be okay that we lose you in the darkness.
And it feels cold.
Right.
Yeah. And just so eerie. Like, Dave and Bruce, we were walking around that house that night. It was horrifying.
It is eerie.
Yeah.
It is.
It was terrifying.
It's super creepy.
Yeah.
Especially with the double murder thing.
Right.
You did not tell us about.
Victoria's never going to let that down.
We're not going to let it go.
Not gonna let it go. But we still haven't cut yet until here.
Wow.
Obviously, she's being gaslit. She's being played.
Yeah, being played by Agnes or Billy.
Or both.
Or both.
This is one of my favorite shots coming up here. Crash zoom on your face.
I remember I had such a hard time swearing in that line too. Bruce did the casual, maybe you should try it without the swear word. I'm like, It didn't sound right.
No, you did a great job. You really did. You really did.
For sure. Taylor Paulson sends in $2, says, "You guys rock." Thank you, Taylor. And Ingbert
This
Roddington.
is one of my favorite shots in the movie.
Oh, it's great. Sends in $5, says, "Dave, did you guys put a Black Christmas on the wall in the attic?" Or, excuse me, BC on the wall in the attic? No, it was already there.
Yeah.
See, this is the moment where you realize, okay,
Yeah,
there's something
something's
different
going
here.
on.
You can see it in your face now. It's more frightened, not overly, but now you realize there's something wrong.
Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did such a great job, man. You did such a great job with Billy's
Oh,
voice. Just putting that thing-
absolutely. But Victoria, I don't know how much you studied Olivia, but your reactions in the scene are so like hers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I watched her this whole lead up now. But yeah, I watched her reactions when she was listening to the phone calls and all that. But I think it was Dave who was feeding me the lines as well. That really
It was myself and Brian, yeah.
Because it's really an art to be able to really portray fear without going too big.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And also Dave and Bruce's coaching was awesome. Every scene before we went on, they just kind of took me through it and walked me through how Sam might be feeling. We had like a good discussion before every single scene to help me get into that headspace. And that's so useful as an actor because not many directors would do that for you. I'm sure you know, Lynn, like nice to
Not
have
many.
No.
And of course, now you know you're being gaslit. The phone is gone. You've come down there to use it's gone.
The blood.
The blood, the ornament, your phone is gone. Can't find the keys.
And in this moment, I feel like Sam just feels so alone.
Yeah.
Like it's a big house and you really show that with the lighting and the video.
Yeah, we really wanted to
it
convey
almost
that
looks like
sense
a
of
prison.
isolation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then you hear a phone ringing in the distance. It's like, what the? It's almost like you're in a trance almost. Like you see you kind of snap out of it and like you're just lured to this ringing.
Yeah.
And again, you can see that how dark it is, but we can still see you as you come up. We lose you and then we see you again. I love it. It's exactly our vision. We didn't want you to see the corners. We didn't want you to see in the shadows.
And it builds so much tension because even acting it out, right? It was that dark and what's going to be behind the corner. So much to play off of with the whole mood and atmosphere.
That's right.
Well, and it was great that you mentioned Hereditary at the beginning because that was one of the visual references we gave Greg and we kind of talked about. It was one of our inspirations for that. Like I just love how they play in the shadows.
Yeah.
And I remember talking with Greg and we would use that term. It's like we want to play in the shadows with this scene and do this or that or whatever. And it was I just love what he was able to craft visually.
And the Christmas.
Yes, absolutely.
And the Christmas lights here going up the stairs. It's like, what is going on?
It made me feel scared acting it out. Like it was so spooky.
Yeah.
The red light.
That's it. That's right. Oh, people are saying missed super chat. No, I got Jerp Pin super chat. I got that one. I've got it. Yep. I answered it earlier. Oh, wait. Bud Gumperson, I didn't. 1234. Will there be a goose Easter egg in chapter 2? Rest in peace, Billy the goose. The goose that Victoria ran over. That's really
goose.
funny.
Oh, the poor goose. I really wanted to avoid that goose.
That goose story.
I forgot about that.
Poor goose. Yes, rest in peace to the highway goose in Hamilton that I ran over before a shoot.
The silent night.
Goodness.
The silent night that you hear here is the exact same version that was used in the original Black Christmas. And of course, this shot here, again, these are Easter eggs that we don't serve the audience on a silver platter, but right there, that says Peter's Innocence by Jess Bradford. That's a new book, a manuscript that she was working on. There's her old book there, The Belmont Murders. There's an old newspaper. There's Easter eggs all over if you know what to look for that give you that
I still
that
have
context.
all of those. I still have all of them.
Amazing.
Cool.
Love them.
I still have my blank copy of the Belmont Murders.
Nice.
And fun fact for all those watching, like that book's actually empty.
Yes, it
It's just a bunch of blank pages inside.
That's true. Now this is where Victoria this is great.
Yeah.
You lose it.
Yeah.
And there's the number to signify, oh my God, she didn't get rid of the phone.
Oh, okay. I got scared.
This part's scary though. This is
Yes.
like,
It's me, Billy. Yeah.
You know, now after seeing the other one, it's a good throwback to that moment where Billy grabs Jess's hair
Right.
as she's trying to run out of the house. He
That's
reaches,
right.
yeah.
That's it. And you can hear him in the distance losing it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember asking Shelby if I ran like a typical horror movie girl in that scene, and she said yes. And I was like, can we please next take, let's not do that again.
I think you were trying not to slip, right?
Yes, because it was slippy out there. And then I
slippery,
couldn't yell because the neighbors were gonna wake up.
Yeah. Well,
We had to keep it.
Right.
no, you did fine. You did fine. It's good.
You did great. No, sincerely, you did. Yeah.
And this is great too, because you did the right thing. You got into trouble. You ran out of the house.
Yeah.
You, exactly what never happens in horror movies, but you ran into the arms of danger.
Yeah.
Agnes.
Oh, shit.
Oof.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
What? Mm.
That's one of my favorite lines in the movie.
She did that so well.
She did. Because you can see the change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Mrs. Crane to Agnes.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the big reveal. Chloroformed. Take that.
I think that's Sam.
Yeah, take that, Sam.
Sam.
Samantha.
Samantha. Wow. This is the part.
Yeah, because right now, again, one of the reasons why we killed Shelby off screen was for this reveal.
Yeah.
This is our tribute to Claire, to Lynn.
Yes.
Yep.
There she is. Oh.
Yeah.
It's in the back.
Still
seat
don't
the
know
whole
how
time.
she was managing to not blink this whole time.
I know. Well, there's a couple takes
Yeah,
she
she
did, and we had to start over. But she was holding her breath here, and she was focused on a single point on the roof, which is what you have to do, so your eyes don't.
No, she did fantastic with this.
Yeah.
So spooky.
Because we wanted to save that as like a punchline for the end, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well done.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
There's the grandma moment.
Yeah.
This is the basement in the house, Lynn, by the way.
It's so spooky.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like the lighting that they did was fantastic. Look at the red, sort of almost looks like blood on the wall to the left there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
You're real filmmakers because you understand the diagonal.
Mm.
Thank you.
I don't know if you're aware of it, but really good filmmakers always have a diagonal.
There you go. Thank you.
Got another one right there.
Here it comes. The moment and knowing where the story goes. And
Yeah.
now it's so exciting for this now.
Oh yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What? No,
Yes.
that's it?
Yes.
That's it?
Yeah.
No!
Ah, that
How
sucks.
dare they?
How dare they?
they?
Gotta wait now.
Yeah. You know, if everyone's watching, like, let this get you excited.
Yeah,
Like, man,
yeah.
we're gonna finish this story, and this is gonna be amazing.
That's just
We're
it.
And
super excited.
just knowing what happens next, I won't say it, but it's exciting.
It is.
Watching it again, knowing what's going to come next.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I'm curious to know, Lynn and Victoria. I guess knowing where we go without spoilers. Lynn, obviously, you just watched the original with us. Now, seeing where how do you feel about what you know and having watched this? And it's because for us, again, we are the writers, the directors, the producers, so we have more of that subjective view. But it feels good, you know, to see this come together and to know where we're going. It's really exciting. Every time I see you go, Grandma, I'm like, oh, it has a whole new meaning now. Do you know what I mean?
It does.
In terms of where we're going.
Well, and it does seem like, knowing where we're going, it seems seamless.
Right.
Like there,
Cool.
I mean, you could certainly release 1 and 2 as a feature on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. I mean, you know, because I trust you implicitly that you're going to be absolutely as brilliant shooting 2 as you were doing this 1, because it's really is extraordinary. And I mean, this is maybe the 3rd time I've watched it, but I've never watched it so intently and hearing your comments as well is really exciting. How much you've mirrored what Black Christmas was, and what the original Black Christmas was in terms of style, content, atmosphere, all those things. Just the work is really quite stunning, I must say.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you.
It means a lot.
Thank you.
It means a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just reaffirming, you know, the goal is to create a movie that, you know, like I've said, and I've said to my viewers on this channel that you know, it's not that it feels like it's cut from the same cloth of storytelling as the original was. This isn't a Texas Chainsaw movie. It's not, you know, a Jason movie. It's not about blood, guts, and gore. It's about, here I go again, the nuances of that suspense, the mood, the atmosphere, the slow burn, the theater of the mind, the eerie, the creepy. That's what it's about. And we wanted you to watch the first one and the second one here, or, you know, chapter 1, and really feel like it's a natural extension of that story. So it means a lot to hear you say that. And same with you, Victoria, to hear you say that. Yeah, it really does feel like, you know, we're in the same universe.
Yeah. And just knowing
absolutely.
where all the characters are going next, it just, like, there's so much more to the story that has to be told. And it's so exciting that it's finally happening. And it's exciting. I can't wait for everybody to see it and to start filming it as well. It's gonna be
It's good. It is, watching it now and knowing that this is just the first half, essentially, right? You know what I mean? And I think there are going to be people, I mean, obviously it's art, and, you know, people feel the way they do about art. Not everybody likes the same things, but it wouldn't surprise me, because this has happened to me too, you know, with shows, with movies, you know, that it wouldn't surprise me if there are people out there, and there are, of course, but, you know, to those that might have been maybe a bit lukewarm on it, or, you know, it was good, but it kind of just ended. I think when part 2 comes around and they get the whole picture and the whole story, and then they can watch Black Christmas, It's Me Billy 1, It's Me Billy 2, they're going to go, oh, now I see it, you know?
Yeah, and there's a resolution.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Which, you know, people have been waiting for 50 years.
Exactly.
Next year is 50 years.
Yes.
I must say, too, I mean, the fact that you call this a fan film, it's so much more than that, guys. Come on. It really is so much more than that. I mean, I've seen over the course of my life a lot of what are kind of tribute films and fan films to favorite films of young filmmakers. But this is so much more. I mean, it really stands on its own. And I think when we get together and we film the second part, it really will stand on its own as a complete film.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Lynn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's, I mean, obviously, because we don't own the intellectual property, we do have to label it that. But we agree with you. You know, we've worked very hard. As I've said many times to people that watch me here on YouTube, you know, it's a fan film, yes, because we have to put that stamp on it. But but we would be going through the same processes if this was not Black Christmas. You know what I mean? It's a professional film from top to bottom, through and through, and we take it very seriously that way because we want to deliver a professional product, and that's why we have to raise as much money as we do because that's how much.
Thank you, fans. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, everybody, fans.
Thank you. Keep pouring in money.
Yeah. Did Victoria just go? Thank you. Keep pouring in money. Thank you. That was funny. I was.
We're not done till the last person breathes.
I was just gonna say, you know, it's there's 7 days left. That little number 7 is about to change over to 6 in probably the next 10 or 15 minutes or so. So until basically the end of next Friday, it might be next Saturday, I'm not sure, but I think it's Friday for sure, when the campaign will close and then officially go into demand. But yeah, I mean, you know, there's still 6 days to go. There's still time to pad our lead, get that insurance, which would be great. I mean, insurance in the sense of having that you know, contingency and maybe some extra money for some marketing and, you know, all that kind of stuff. The cushion, exactly.
Called the cushion.
The cushion, that's right. Any indie filmmaker will tell you to have that cushion would be great. So we are currently sitting at right now, let me just refresh. We are currently sitting at 126,055 Canadian Billy Bucks and 1,044 backers, 105%. I think we could get this thing at minimum. I think we could get it to probably 130 by the end of next week. I think that's probably possible. Still lots of things on the campaign, of course, ready to go. But no, you're right. It was our intention to deliver something that honored the legacy of one of the most important films in the genre. It's a cult film, you know, because it never spawned any official sequels over the years and only 2 remakes. It never embedded itself early on in the pop culture zeitgeist. I mean, now it's getting a lot more love and, you know, things like that, which is fantastic. But obviously it was overshadowed by the likes of Halloween and Freddy Krueger and Jason and Chucky and all that because they spawned franchises and sequels and all that. But it's one of the first of its kind, and it's incredibly important. Olivia Hussey is one of horror's first final girls, and it's a big deal. I don't think people realize how big of a deal it really is. But
I do. I certainly do.
Yeah.
I'm gobsmacked.
Yes.
Yeah. I am so excited and thrilled. And I sing you guys praises to the heavens to everybody that I tell about this because it's extraordinary.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary.
It is. It's exciting, you know, to be able to complete the vision, and we are putting the same level of professionalism, attention to detail, hard work into making this a reality as we did chapter 1. It's a lot of hard work. Bruce and I are working a lot behind the scenes to get this done, but it's because we want to deliver something special for the fans and for everybody involved, you know, and we're just so excited that you guys are excited about the direction of the story and the script and where everybody goes, which is really great.
And obviously it's such an honor to have Lynn. Like, we have a Lynn and Olivia Hussey. It's awesome that we have people from the original that are willing to carry on the story as well. It's awesome. I'm so excited to work with you, Lynn.
Well, and that, you know, we're still around and still absolutely excited and game to keep the story going. I'm just so excited about Olivia. I can't tell you.
Yeah.
Same.
Oh my God.
We are
I
too.
think when you told us, we all just kind of freaked out.
I was
Yeah.
driving home from somewhere in the car.
Yes, you
Yeah.
were. That's
and
right.
That's
I
right.
just and I think, Victoria, you kind of had a sneaky suspicion.
I did. And
And
I had a suspicion. I
Well,
had that
because
feeling, and I'm
Bruce,
like,
Yeah.
Bruce had sent an email to everybody saying,
Yeah.
tomorrow, I know
Yeah.
this is last minute, but could we have, 20
Yeah.
minutes of your time tomorrow just to kind of bring you up to speed on something very exciting? And it was you, Victoria. You were at a Blue Jay game or something? No.
I
Where were
was
you?
going to watch Maple Leafs game at my friend's house.
That's it.
And we were on the way to the house. I got the email. I said to Matt, I was like, I have this feeling that they got Olivia Hussey. I don't know why. I just feel like it's an emergency meeting. It's got to be good.
Well, I
It
mean,
was.
you are her granddaughter, so I mean,
I am. It's a connection.
that's it.
Yeah.
Connection.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Exactly. But no, it's very exciting. And again, just a lot of things going on behind the scenes to make this a reality and to make it work. And, we're very committed, come hell or high water. As I said,
Yeah.
Bruce and I want to see this film made.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hang on a sec. Lynn, you're breaking up a little bit.
yeah, I lost you for a minute
Oh, there you go.
Yep. Okay.
You're back.
Yep, I'm back.
Okay. But yeah, let me there was a super chat that came in. There might have been a couple others. Hang on a sec. I just want to get them before. Hang on a sec. Cody Snyder sends in $2, says, Ricardo super chat after Black Christmas ended. Oh, okay, let me go back here. Ricardo. Let me see. Where is Ricardo? I might have to go to the other screen. Bud Gumperson. Yeah, hang on one second. Let me just go to the other screen. I know, Victoria, you have to skedaddle in a minute. Ricardo. Oh, 20. I believe it's okay. It says 200. I think it's Mexican dollars, if I'm not mistaken. But because of the color of the
Oh, wow.
super chat, that probably works out to about $20 Canadian, I think, because of the color of the super chat. So thank you very much, Ricardo.
Oh, okay.
Says, man, what a great movie. Congrats, Dave and Bruce, on reaching your goal. I had to become a part of it. Hoping you're still considering adding subtitles to It's Me Billy 1. Looking forward to the in-demand perks. Yeah, we're going to look into that on how that works, and we can't guarantee anything, obviously, but it is something that I know that some people from other countries would like. YouTube does offer subtitles already. I know, see, It's Me Billy Chapter 1 does not. And it's because when I uploaded it, for some reason, I don't know why, but when I go back into the Chapter 1 on YouTube to try and add subtitles, it won't allow me to do it. So the YouTube video of It's Me Billy is sort of out of our hands at the moment. It might be something we're able to add with Chapter 2 on the Blu-rays as well or whatnot. We'll see how it goes. But it is in the back of our minds. There was that one. Was there something?
Probably something we have to do during upload or something like that.
Yeah. It's something. It's something like that. So we will definitely take it into consideration. And
We'll see what we can do.
I think that was it, right? Black Christmas. Was there another one that I missed? No, I think that's it.
Is there one from Sweet Tea?
Yes, Sweet Tea. The tea is sweet tonight. I always have to say that when Sweet Tea sends something in.
I love that.
Says, for the channel, my friends, Lynne Griffin is a sweet lady for sure. I love my Christmas ball from It's Me Billy Chapter 1. It's in car too. It's in your car? Is it hanging in your car, you mean? Is that where you hang it?
From the rear view mirror?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh, cool. Maybe I should put one in my car and just drive around.
That would be cool.
And get people to see it.
That's it.
Yeah, with my megaphone and saying, "It's Me Billy too, coming soon."
That's right, out the window, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
I love it.
That's it. Victoria, I know you have to go. Are there any last things you'd like to say? Are you drinking your warm tea there to get your voice all nice and?
I am drinking my warm tea to get it all back to normal again.
Yes.
Oh, cutie.
Wish your mom a happy birthday for us, because I know it was her birthday the other day, because that's where you're going. Celebrate her mom's birthday.
But yeah, I guess what I want to say is just thank you to everybody who contributed. We wouldn't be able to have done this first one and second one without everybody's support and just your eagerness and dedication to Black Christmas is what is making this happen. And we're so thankful, and I can tell you right now that your expectations will be met with the wonderful script that Dave and Bruce have written for us. So get excited, because we are, and it's going to be really fun. I'm very excited about it.
Amazing. Amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, no, we
very
are
cool.
too. And Victoria, you are amazing. You know you are, though. Extraordinarily talented, fun to be with on set. You know, you can be as the great, and I mean this. I'm not trying to, you know, make your head big.
No.
I truly.
Oh, it's
mean
growing
this.
bigger already.
Okay, well, I truly mean this. And you probably already know this because it's kind of like this in life, but you can be extraordinarily talented at something. And really good. Like you can have an actor who's just nails every take after take, and they're so good and they're so dynamic. But when the cameras stop rolling, they're the biggest piece of, you know, arrogant or just pompous or not personable or just a dick or, you know, whatever the case is, right? Just not nice people to be around. You are the polar opposite of that. You are so sweet and
you.
funny, and I mean, you're doing the moonwalk across the floor, and
Yeah,
I
that
did.
was
it
awesome.
was awesome, you know. But you're just an absolute pleasure to work with, and
Thank you.
yeah, just so much. You're extraordinarily talented, but also extraordinarily fun to be around, and that's
thank
and
you.
that makes the working relationship just so much, you know, such a pleasure. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
that's you guys too. It was such a blast filming, because everyone on the set just gelled together so
Yeah.
well. There was no
Yeah.
entitlement or bad behavior. Everybody was wonderful.
That's it. Yeah.
So it made it so fun. So I'm excited for Lynn to have that experience.
Yeah,
as well.
to just bring it all right back down to that first description
That's right.
of
Yeah.
the diva.
Mhm.
You know, I can be as diva as possible now because, you know, Victoria has set the bar in one level, and I'm ready to take it right down.
Right. All right.
Just take it right down. Just take it right down.
No, I'm a fun kid too. I think I can't wait to work with you, Victoria.
I can't wait to work with you either. It's going to be
I
so
feel like I know
fun.
you already.
I know. It's so nice.
It's great. It's great. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Well, listen, Victoria, I know you have to go. Bruce and Lynn, stick around for a moment. We'll have like a proper sort of goodbye. But
Yeah, and I just want to say,
yes.
like, Victoria, it was awesome having you on the show, and like, thank you so much for taking the time today to be here and just
Of course.
watch this with us. And I echo everything that Dave said. Like, sincerely, I'm super stoked to work with you again, and you,
Me
Lynn,
too.
and everybody else. It really is a dream come true. Like the first one when we got to do it, doing the second one. Yeah, I'm kind of beside myself.
Yeah,
Quite seriously.
it
So
is.
yeah, this is awesome.
It is, and again, it's totally true. We couldn't have done this without the amazing horror fans from around the world, 17 or 18 different countries that have donated to this campaign to make it
Can
a
you believe
reality.
that?
We literally can't make the movie without the funding, and it is, you know, I'll often say that the fans out there that have supported, they are the blood. I mean, we might be the heartbeats, myself and Victoria and Bruce and Lynn and, you know, everybody who's on set making the movie. We're the heart, but if we don't have the blood to pump, it dies. And everybody that has donated and stepped up is the blood. And so it's a relationship, you know what I mean? It's just as much your movie as it is ours. So, and there's still, there it is. See, people on the screen can see, it says 6 days now. So 6 days left, ladies and gentlemen. Let's pad that lead. Let's get to 130. Screw it. Let's get to 900.
Let's do it. We can do it.
We can do it.
We can do it. We can do it. But yeah, folks, I believe I got all the super chats. Thank you to everybody that watched this afternoon, Black Christmas and It's Me Billy Chapter 1. Yes, I'm not seeing any missed super chats. Really appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you to, of course, my great moderators in the chat room, Frank Riker, Tabitha Short, Darren Sands, Chris Baber, Cody Snyder, and Andrew Stevens. Thank you very much for doing what you do and all the super chat questions that came in today. Really appreciate you guys supporting the channel as well. And I will be back soon, probably, I don't know, Tuesday or Monday maybe, do another stream, see if we can pad that lead a little bit. I will be back soon, and yeah, we'll talk to you all. Any last things you guys want to say, or is that it? Or
No, I just say again, echoing what Victoria said, we really, I mean, from the bottom of my heart, I thank the fans that have stuck with this film for so many years. And to all the new fans that are just coming to it now and being able to experience what will be a really dynamic sequel and resolution to the Black Christmas saga. I'm just so grateful for how much you've supported me over the years, and I can't wait to be back in front of the cameras, making Black Christmas and It's Me, Billy immortal.
Amazing.
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, immortal.
I love that.
It's epic.
Epic. The pressure is on. The pressure is
This shit just got epic. I like it.
Shit
I
just
like
got
it.
real, ladies and
I like
gentlemen.
how you roll.
It's true.
Well, you were talking so much about blood. I thought you had to kind of. I felt that we were sort of,
That's
immortal.
It. That's it.
Empiric.
Of course. All right, folks, have a great afternoon, and we shall talk to you all soon. Bye, everybody.
Awesome.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.